All right, everyone. Hopefully they can hear us now. Welcome to this week's Freaky Friday. We had some tech issues, but those should hopefully be fixed now. Yes, they can hear us on stream. There we go. Welcome to Freaky Friday. We've got Onuishi, we've got Mr. Mario 778, Master Alex, Joshikin, and Amrexis. And commentating today will be August 40th, Shirley, I hope I pronounced your name right, and Star1468. Take it away.
Welcome to ZSR, everybody. Hope you're in for some Freaky Friday. We've got a beatable only seed, open rainbow bridge, random number of trials, balanced distribution of hints. So let's get to it.
Hello, this should be a fun one. This is the kind of settings that could take anywhere from 30 minutes to 3 hours, depending on how many trials are on and where are those items.
I'm gonna hope for not 3 hours, but let's see.
Yeah, I imagine we'll be seeing which trials are on and which go mode items we're looking for. So remember, we don't care about stones, we don't care about medallions. We're just looking to beat those trials and get up to Ganon and slay the pig.
Yes, beatable only means that not every item check is guaranteed to be available. Only the items you need to beat the game are guaranteed to be available. Everything else might not be. Hey, we have a lens in Mito's house, and not much else.
And
Just
some
a lot
money.
of money.
Such as you could get permanently key locked out of dungeons.
Yeah, it's possible,
Let's see.
for example,
some songs
that
may be
Rudo's...
completely unavailable, like Nocturne could be on AD with Stone Shadow, for instance. Things like that.
Essentially, a beatable seed means that every location in the game is accessible without glitches. Beatable only essentially says that unless you know some glitches, chances are you probably aren't going to be able to get everywhere. But it looks like we have all 4 of our racers headed into the Deku Tree.
Interesting.
I'm a little confused about this, yeah.
I mean, I probably would have rushed Adult to at least see what trials are active to see how long or short this would have been. But it does seem like all of them are going to be rushing some hints. So we're in a balanced hint distribution today.
Yes, balanced hint distribution means that there is only one copy of each hint. There are no repeats. If we see 2 different hint stones that both say that some location is Way of the Hero, that means there are 2 items that are required to beat the seed. And you can see a variety of different types of hints, such as a junk hint, like the one we saw there from the Deku Tree. Our second hint is Forest Temple holds a hookshot. Oh boy!
Nice.
And we see Mr. Mario there, the only one who attempted the slightly faster strat by going to the right-hand hint in front of the Deku Tree. Unfortunately, he missed it, so he will be last into the Deku Tree.
Indeed. Meraxis and Yoshi-Kion pretty much neck and neck, with Master Alex just behind. Yeah, long shot get. It's beatable only B. The hookshot in Forest Temple could be completely inaccessible if it turns out that we don't need a hookshot for trials at all. This is beatable only, after all.
We don't even know what we have to do yet. I find it interesting that everyone is going through Deku. I mean, so all 4 of these runners are used to doing rando. I wonder if this is a typical strat to basically do all of the easier checks to see if there's anything within logic. I mean, beatable only does kind of change the way that you would want to route. You kind of want to lock yourself out potentially of everything available to funnel into what is available. But this is a very interesting strategy. I don't know. I don't know if I would have personally done this, but I'm very fascinated.
Yeah. Be asking in chat what the settings are. The command's out of date. We've had some tech issues, so the commands are about the last thing on the priority list. To be honest, but I'll get updated at some point. We have beatable only, open bridge, random trials, and balanced hint distribution. Which makes it interesting that Deku is being done. It isn't logic other than Goma, but it could be completely useless.
No one needs
it does come with 2 hints though. It does come with 2 hints though, which is big in balanced hint distribution when there's only 1 copy of each hint. If you miss that one copy, you're not getting the hint. Nothing of note in Deku Tree so far, though. Load of junk. Deku Shield.
Yep, to note though, Mr. Mario has made up some time with just some of his execution going through the Deku Tree early on.
Mhm. And hey, Eyeball Frog in Deku Tree. The Goron is still an always hint, even in balanced hint distro. The thing is, they don't know where that hint is. They might not be able to find the hint. Although they certainly won't be rushing the Goron to W point soon, not with it being Eyeball Frog. It's not a particularly fun point in the chain to start with.
Oh, and Mario going for that jump slash to get that Skulltula. Unfortunately, he missed.
Mhm.
Looks like our other runners not interested in those basement Skulltulas, though. Going right for the Queen Spooter.
You're really hoping for light arrows on 50 at this rate, then, if they were all skipping skulls.
I mean, part of it is that they don't know when or if they're going to see the skull hints. With balanced hint distribution, they could be anywhere. There's only one copy of each. They could be in Gerudo Valley or at the Colossus or someplace, or Backup Lake for that matter, someplace inconvenient that you don't be getting to super quickly.
Or Song of Storms Grotto and Hyrule Castle that you will never see. Because no one
Or
goes there.
Yeah, any number of bad spots could have the skulls hints. Generally,
There
it's
are
better
40 stones, hint stones, throughout the entire
Oh.
world.
Yes.
And Mr. Asus, unfortunately, he missed his broken sticks, so he's gonna
Ooh.
reset. I think if
I
I were
think
him
it's
in this
Morax.
situation, I would just skip the queen here.
Yeah, I believe it's Morax's, by the way.
Oh, okay.
Mario getting a quick
but
kill, very nice.
Goma is
And-
down for Mr. Mario.
And Mr. Axis, Meraxis, there we go. I said it right. He is skipping the queen and heading out of the forest. Meanwhile, Mario has taken Queen Goma out in one cycle. Very nice.
Just for
And-
money.
Oh, Yoshi.
Ah, no quick cycle.
Unfortunately, let's see if Master Alex can get it. And oh, Alex also missing the final stab. So Mario is picking up some sticks before heading out to the field, but Mr. Axis is going to be the first into the market. Let's see how they route it out from here. Are they going to go into the castle, grab their first song, or are they just going to grab that Master Sword and go into Ganon's Tower?
Yeah, the command is out of date. It is beatable only, random trials, open rainbow bridge, and balanced hint distribution today. We've had some tech issues, so updating the commands has not been the highest of priorities. We did at least get a fire medallion out of Deku Tree, which is not completely useless. It could lead to a song on Burning Cack, which isn't always hint in these settings, actually, since the medallions are not required for the Rainbow Bridge or for Ganon's boss key. But it's another question as to whether or not we'll see a hint.
Or
Let's
if
see,
they
40
care. They may just rush.
1500. Let's see, Temple of Time hints. 1500 HBA is dead. I think 40 Skulls was dead. I completely missed which type of arrows Spirit Temple has.
And we see another divergence here. Yoshi is going into the Lost Woods, going to spend some of this money.
Did anyone else catch the hint in Kokiri Forest from Yoshi? Because I know it was Spirit Temple holds some kind of arrows, just didn't catch which type.
Seems like
Forest Trial
nice.
protects Ganon's Tower.
Ooh, so then
Ooh,
that's
hammer!
between 1 to 3. And that may be useful.
Right, Yoshi scoring that hammer. Unfortunately, doesn't do a whole lot in trials.
Depends. Hammer is hard required to complete the water and shadow trials. Forest trial requires bow and a fire sword.
We should be seeing that on Merax's side in just a moment. Unfortunately, it looks like Master Alex took a dip into the river. Can he make it to the bridge in time?
Gonna be cutting it close here. And yes,
He
it does
does.
open up a lot of grottos in this sort. And Meraxis will be our first of our runners into Hyrule Castle. Also, George commenting, I didn't know that Star commentates too. I've been commentating for months for the Scrubs tourney and Cold tourney, but this is my first time commentating for the main Discord. And let's see, Junk Hint, Blue Pea in the graveyard, okay.
So
All right,
forest,
we got
water,
forest,
and spirit. Is that
Forest, Water, Spirit.
3. Fire? No, those are hearts. Never mind.
I thought I saw blue somewhere. No?
What
What's
was
on the
that?
other?
Light Trial is off,
Light
Spirit
Trial.
Trial is
Oh.
off.
So is it just forest and spirit?
No,
Looks
no,
like
I
it.
can't actually tell. Okay, not water. We know forest trials on there are a maximum of 3.
Yeah, because it said protect, so that's between 1 to 3. So it looks
Correct.
like they would require ZL, bomb choose, so and a fire source. Actually, not
Do
really
they
a fire
require
source.
ZL?
Oh no, that's
There-
for just for the chest. Never mind, not to complete it.
Yep, there
Oh.
are a bunch of checks they can get right away here.
Yeah.
Well, I guess 2 in the ice trial.
Yes, they're out of the Sphere Zero checks. You can get 3 in Ganon's Castle without Scrub Sanity. I have this memorized courtesy of the co-op tourney. You can get 1 in Forest Trial and the 2 here in the Water Trial. There are 2 checks in Spirit Trial. The first one requires a hook shot, the second one requires bomb choose as well as a hook shot. You can get it with bow extension, it's just not in logic.
So we got a bunch of divergence here as Master Alex is going to return Richard before doing anything else. But Mr. Mario did not go into Ganon's Castle. He's going straight to CAC.
Which is an interesting play considering you want to know what trials they're on. And thanks, George. Yeah, I do check quite often for ZSR. This is going to be interesting for comms. I've actually commed nearly everything but standard weekly settings. So it'll be fun whenever I get around to commentating weeklies to get some experience with weekly settings. Let's see, Fire Trial is on, confirming at Kirin Hyrule Castle. That means that we need Strength 3 and Long Shot, so that Forest Temple Long Shot is required.
Here we go. Our first song on the seed in the windmill is Saria's song. As Meraxis joins Mario in Kakariko Village.
Yoshi looks to be close behind. Ocarina of Time is vanilla.
So it'll be really interesting because, yeah, Yoshi also not going into Ganon's Tower. He's going. He's gonna check the Boulder of Destiny here. But it's gonna be really interesting to see what Yoshi does with that hammer. A whole lot is open to him as adult
Oh, hey, Slingshot.
compared to our other 3 runners.
And I completely missed the hint in there. Okay, so Spirit Trial was on. Okay. Which means we need Strength 3, Long Shot, Mirror Shield, Fire Source, Bomb Choose. On top of Strength 3, Lights, and Magic. On top of, no, Bow, Lights, and Magic. Quite a checklist of things today. And, in order to get bomb shoes, logically, we need a bomb bag. Yeah, strike me a long shot. Well, we will also need either a wallet or a Goron tunic for fire trial, logically. Oh, it's Daishi for Yoshi Twilight. Okay. SFM Way of the Hero. Where was that pin? And I'll try to endeavor to remember the pronouns. It's hard to do as a com. Tingle, 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 Kululimpa or something like that. In the Kakarada.
And it looks like Master Alex picked up Prelude of Light there from Impa. Now off into Lon Lon Ranch. Gonna stick out the Child 3 song route.
Well, he may be able to find out what's Way of the Hero in the Sacred Forest Meadow as we find out from the Boulder of Destiny, according to chat. Hey, there's love on the man on roof. Not a bad thing to find. As Maraxis gets his sorriest song out of the windmill. And you see just a piece of heart on Talon's chickens.
And Bolero of Fire from our little girl in the ranch.
Interesting. That's a song chain as well for Bolero and gives us access to Fire Temple. I don't like this low health sound. It's a little quiet on the commentary stream, but it is a little bit annoying. Then again, what low health sound isn't annoying? And just a recovery heart in the back of the ranch tower, it looks like. From Alex.
That will be it for Master Alex. He'll be trekking through the Lost Woods. He's going to be picking up that Megaton hammer.
I also have...
See what's in the Sacred Forest Meadow.
Yeah. Also, I have absolutely no idea what Maraxis saw in the TARDIS. I didn't see anything at all, but I'm also terrible at identifying freestanding items, so that doesn't say much.
And that is it for Mr. Mario in the graveyard. He is save warped, and now he's going to go check out the trials.
I think it was a stick. Okay, thanks. So probably a boomerang. Wow. Definite stick. Alright, thanks, chat, for confirming. And was it such an angle on Maraxis' screen that I could not tell what it was? Okay, Spirit Temple holds the ice arrows. I was not sure if that said fire arrows, light arrows, or ice arrows when I saw that hint earlier, because it was quite quick. Ice arrows are, well, still useless. Fire arrows and light arrows, on the other hand, are both very useful.
Also very useful, Yoshi has managed to catch up from that missed one cycle on Queen Goma. Not too far behind Maraxis right now.
Mm-hmm. Still not a ton in the way of items so far. We've got a hammer, we have lens and no magic, and we know we need quite a lot of items for our trials. With early hammer and Bolero, It makes me wonder if Fire Temple could be something they want to do early. At least for Yoshi, Kion, and Master Alex, who have picked up their hammer. Okay, shut up, wait, what's the gimmick? Lunite Kick, probably botched it. We have beatable only, open bridge, random trials, and balanced hints. Random trials roll to 3 today, with our trials being Forest, Fire, and Spirit. Which means that we require Strength 3, Long Shot, Magic, Bow, Light Arrows, Bomb Shoes, and a Mirror Shield. Oh, and a fire source as well to complete those trials and beat the game. Those could be absolutely anywhere. Oh, and also the hammer, but we do know where that is already. I make sure my notes are accurate. Beatable only means that we have that they are not guaranteed to be able to access every item check in the game. They may never be able to get into certain dungeons. They might get key locked out of certain dungeons. There is a scale in Lost Woods. GTG Center is a key. That is an example of beatable only, is that normally the center chest of GTG requires all 9 keys and logic, but since it is beatable only, well, there's a key in the center of GTG, as we see Serenade on Saria for Alex, and Water Temple is foolish. As well as like the Goron Sword on the left side of the Goron City Maze for Yoshi. And GTG has a slingshot.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hi, I can't hear you.
All right, I'm back.
Okay, I wasn't sure what was going on there, Alfiona.
Yeah. Me neither. Looks like Yoshi has taken that hammer into Goron City, though.
The Goron craft bombs. Making sure to get every hint he can with that hammer, and that eyeball frog they found in Deku Tree is useless. We did not ask for a bet, George. It's just discussing what items are required as we see Sunsong in the crater from Alex.
Yeah, Alex is gonna try to use the songs he's got early on here, I think.
Oh, and we have
got
hover boots.
Hover boots.
Skull Mask is, I think, dead. Could be wrong on that one.
But you know what it means when we've got chickens on stream here, chat. You go into Discord, you ping Kuipers Don't Care, and tell them to check out ZSR right now. Or you can clip it and send it to them.
Okay, Goron Tunic, I have no idea what the hint read. And our
Hinchments.
Hello to Caesaru. I have no idea how to pronounce your name. Apologies. And to Chimp, who just got here. Our settings are beatable only, open bridge, random trials, and balanced hints. In our trials today, our Fire, Forest, and Spirit Temple. Yep, Strength 3 is required. As is Long Shot, a Fire Source, a Mirror Shield, and a Hammer. We have Hammer already, the others are missing, along with Bow, Light Arrows, and Magic, which are standard for killing Ganon NPCs. Ooh, Oh,
Hey.
there's the Wolfos Grotto, speaking of.
I think that might be our way of the hero for the Sacred Forest Meadow. Just a thought,
Yes, they
though.
can be, because we have trials on. The Ganondorf hint is not available.
So yeah, really interesting choice here. Yoshi opting to go from the Deku Tree into the Lost Woods, gaining that hammer. They now have a whole lot open to them as an adult compared to Mr. Mario and Meraxis. They went through CAC and at that point didn't have anything left really available to them.
Yes. Also to note, we have not seen that Zora skill in the Lost Woods yet. We're running low on checks on where that skill can be, actually. Okay, hey, speaking
There
of
she
skills, there's the
blows.
other one on chickens. And we have Epona's song on the Minuet check, which can also be Way of the Hero in SFM. Yoshi finding out also that Water Temple is foolish. Well, it is a nice hint to Spee, especially since we are going to see a long shot. And we know that gold skill is potentially available. We have seen one skill in chickens, and the other is somewhere in Lost Woods. We don't know where yet, but there would otherwise be a concern that Water Temple might have something with a gold skill in long shot.
So Yoshi now going to go back child.
Also, we have seen a hint that the Ocarina of Time has its vanilla song. It was at Hyrule Castle. Water Temple Foolish can't wait for something on Lax checks to queue. We have seen one Way of the Hero and one Foolish so far. Way of the Heroes can be particularly powerful with these kind of settings when you don't have a lot of required items. Since you don't want to go wandering around too much looking for items.
Yeah, but Meraxis might be on play here by going to Gerudo Valley here. This is something I can see a lot of people leaving until, one of the very last checks they're looking at.
He's
Let's
hunting
see
for hints.
what's down here, maybe what's in the lake. They can
Yes,
also, with that scale, can go into Zora's domain.
We have Forest Fire and Spirit Trials on today. That scale in Lost Woods is not on Skull Kid. It is not the Bomb Grotto. It is not the Scrub by the Bridge. I would also read every hint I could with Valen's hint distribution. You're not looking for a zillion items, a decent number, but still less than your average seed. And it's Valen's hint distribution, so there's only one. There's only one copy of each hint. You do not want to miss it.
Hopefully the icing on the cake is that a lot of locations aren't accessible to them.
Kokiri Way of the Hero.
Just
Let's
our
see, what did
second
we
one so
find
far
out?
this seed.
We found
We had the Lens of Truth.
Where was Lens?
That was in
Mido. I was like, what
Mido's
did we even
house.
find there? Lens minigame, anybody?
Well, we also have the Hover Boots and Epona song, with magic that will give us logical access to cross the wasteland.
Gil
Here
could be
are
on
some
Skullmask,
more hints
Target in the
from
woods.
Raxus.
Oh, hey, Sunsong is in the crater. Okay. Oh, no, we already knew that from on the restream.
Yeah. But he is gonna go around the lake to grab these extra 2 hints.
Really pushing hints here. Knows how important they can be with balanced hint distro and open bridge. We got a Skullmask hint, I just can't remember what it was. Song of Storms is at the Colossus.
Curious. Master Alex now entering the Dampe race.
The Skull Mask hint, by the way, was in the Lost Woods Bomb Grotto, so whenever we see that again, someone please take a look, because I completely missed what it was. I know we saw it, I just did not catch what it was.
I imagine Master Alex will be making his way over that direction in a not too short a time.
And
See
50
Yoshi
Skulls
now
is
making
dead.
their way to Lon Lon Ranch.
Yeah, Storms at Colossus with potential lens wave of the hero is concerning. Certainly more likely than the lens minigame. We know that we will need long shot and magic to complete the seed. And so at some point, crossing the wasteland will probably be in launch. Yeah, 50 skull hint in the back of Lake will stress out everyone who doesn't get that hint. That could be good for Meraxis.
Now see our first trip down here at the Lake Hylia. Gonna do some fishing. This is another thing that a lot of folks might not make their way down to check. But nothing so far for Meraxis in the valley.
Longshot is needed for Fire Trial VXR. As we see, just a heart container on Child Fishing for Meraxis.
Where does Mario go? Oh, did we see anybody check the Kokiri sword chest?
I don't think so, actually.
That's something that would be hilarious if almost everybody forgets.
It would be. Let's see what's at the bottom. What's at the Riddle's letter spot. No idea what Meraxis just saw, but he is diving to Zora's domain and seeing what is there. And just a red rupee in the Kokiri
just
sword.
$20.
Hey, a Sphere Zero Orphan. I'll never forget I conned the co-op seed once where both teams skipped Mito's house for a full hour and they had their first bomb back.
Okay, so now Mr. Mario is going back adult. They did grab their hammer, right?
Yes. Okay, Skull Kid is dead. And yes, that with the Kokiri sword chest having a red rupee, that confirms that the lens is definitely either the lens or Song of Storms Grotto is Way of the Hero. And the lens could well be Way of the Hero to get to the Song of Storms Grotto for all we know.
Alright, here we go. Yoshi also not forgetting the Kokiri sword chest. As Mr. Mario, he's the... Oh no, Yoshi has the hover boots. Seed is just everywhere.
Mr. Alex is about to pick up his big Oron sword.
But unfortunately, no means to stop Link the Goron.
Nope. No bow, no strength, bomb bag. No bomb shoes either, for that matter. He's out of luck. Yes, we do have a slingshot in GTG. We also have one in the Boulder of Destiny, so I don't think they're much concerned about that GTG slingshot. And speaking of slingshots, Mr. Mario's about to pick his up. As Mr. Alex finds out the big Goron's dead.
Meraxis the only one showing us new checks at the moment and finds a mirror shield. Very nice
Zora
find.
diving has a mirror shield.
So we're gonna want to see our other racers head that direction soon. Unfortunately, you know, with the silver scale being on chickens, that's another thing that could delay some folks.
Yes, that is required, correct. We need mirror shield to finish Spirit Trial. As Master Alex picks up his hover boot, finds out, okay, Skull Mask is a Goron tunic. That could be required if a wallet doesn't turn up, since Goron Tunic is logically required for Fire Trial. Let's see, Burning Cack is Minuet.
So Master Alex is headed into the meadow.
Where's the skull in Lost Woods, though? Target in the Woods is probably where that scale is at this point. And is that a strength in the Lower River Heart piece from Master Alex?
I did not see that, but that is Meraxis down there.
Oh, Meraxis, sorry, was looking at the restream a little wrong. Yeah, Meraxis. I think that's a strength in Lower River. We'll be able to confirm it shortly as Alex picks up his light arrows.
But not interested in the bean. And yeah, that is a strength upgrade, 1 of 3 that we need.
This early
So Zors are holding out on us.
Yoshi did target in the woods, and I missed that as a scale. It was a scale. Okay, so it wasn't target in the woods. We know Skull Kid's dead. Have we seriously not seen the Scrub Grotto in Lost Woods?
Maybe. I thought we saw all of Lost Woods minus the skull and Mask of Truth.
We're running out of spots for that scale to be. It's not the Bridge Scrub. It's not Skull Mask. It's not Skull Kid. It's not Ocarina Memory Game. Chat says it's not Target in the Woods. Okay, oh, Yoshi didn't have money for that grotto, so it means, okay, nice, Zora's Fountain is foolish. And he is also a fool for checking that grotto. And Alice is about to do it, so I think we should be able to see the scale here shortly. As we see, Deku Tree has the eyeball frog.
So that might lead Master Alex into Zora's River for that strength upgrade.
I hope so. That confirms it was the Lost Woods Scrub Grotto.
No, he is going out into the field.
Yoshi not having the money for the Scrub Grotto there could come back to bite. We'll see how useful that gold scale ends up being. Or silver scale, for that matter, since Chickens is not a particularly nice spot for the scale either.
No siree. Looks like Master Alex is going to take that hammer and going to do some excavating down here in Southern Hyrule.
If the opponent would cooperate, that is.
No, I don't think that's going to happen. Just go around. There you go. But Yoshi once again donning that Master Sword. Travel 7 years into the future. And Meraxis taking some time to grab a Skulltula here.
We are potentially magic from being able to get our Song of Storms from the Colossus, since we already have Epona's Song, Hover Boots, and Lens. Not a comforting thought. Alex going to check out the field grottos.
While Yoshi is in the crater.
Making use of his hover boots to cross the gap. Heart piece in the open grotto. And the hint is that Cack is way of a hero.
Oh, you mean fire is hot?
Let's see, what did we get in pack? Scale? Sorry,
Yeah, we got the scales in Saria's song. I think that's it.
that's the only things that could be Way of the Hero in there right now. Minuet is A, hinted on Burning Cack, and B, not Way of the Hero. Also, Frogs 2 was dead. Where was that hint? Okay, Ganon's castle holds fire arrows? I think was the hint in DMT.
That's a curious hint.
Okay, thank you for confirming, chat. Fire arrows has... Ganon's castle has fire arrows.
Yeah, and Mr. Mario has picked up their silver scale as we see Master Alex riding off into the sunset on Epona towards Gerudo Valley.
Good point, Sarius is definitely Way of the Hero because Forest blocks Minuet, with Forest being our Water Medallion and Minuet being on Burning Cack, and you do need Longshot from Forest Temple to complete Fire Trial. As Miss Yoshi-Kion is the first of our runners to dip into Dodongo's Cavern. Gerudo's Fortress is a foolish choice.
Well, we're gonna see Master Alex at least check 2 of those. Well, I guess 1 of those. Never mind.
And I have, chat mind enlightening me as to where the Frogs 2 dead hint was, because I completely missed it. And oh hey, French Vanilla Bomb Bag in DC lobby. Okay,
so,
DMC Grotto, thank you.
So I imagine Yoshi's gonna stick around Dodongo's Cavern and clear this out. Got a Sphere 0 hammer, Sphere 1 bomb bag. As Master Alex is in Gerudo Fortress, he's gonna rescue Ringo here.
That is not a bomb-locked bomb bag. That is, in fact, in logic with the hammer. Since the hammer was on the Lost Woods Bridge Scrub, which is locked by absolutely nothing.
And that would also be in logic with the strength upgrade available in Zora's River.
Yes it would, because the scales are also free. Well, the scale in chickens is free, which would put the strength in logic.
Yeah, but there is the Gerudo Pass for Master Alex. He's gonna peek on top of this roof. Unfortunately, we know it's not gonna be anything. Then it'll be exciting if he finds anything in Dodongo's Cavern. Not a whole, or not Dodongo's Cavern, GTG, but not a whole lot available to him in there.
Yeah. Can you really call having to do chickens free? I suppose not. I meant free is in terms of logic. It's, Also, hi, Nader. Sorry, commentating takes up most of my attention span, and I cannot address every question in chat.
Pizza on top
Mr.
of
Mario
roof.
doing a double take at the Cannon's Castle holds the fire arrows hint. But if those fire arrows will likely be available, unless if the fire arrows are in Shadow or in Spirit Trial or Light Trial, they will be available for Forest Trial and Shadow Trial. If they are in Shadow Trial or if they're in Shadow Trial, however, then their availability is questionable. Since fire arrows. Oh, well, fire arrows. The first check in fire. Well, it could be in Shadow Trial too. We do know that Longshot has to be available somewhere. And we already have Hover Boots, which would put Shadow Trial second in logic, but still not the easiest. Makes me wonder which trial are those fire arrows in. Hi, Futon! Settings are beautiful only, open bridge, random trials, and balanced hints, with our trials being Forest, Fire, and Spirit.
So far, nothing else yet here in Dodongo's Cavern.
No?
Mr. Mario is gonna follow Yoshi's footsteps in here. But I'm curious to see what these Stalfos are hiding and if Master Alex is going to continue and do some hookshotless strats. Oh, and Meraxis able to stop Link the Goron. Just $5 from the Stalfos in GTG.
As Mr. Mario picks up his French vanilla bomb bag. And Meraxis is having a little bit of problems with Link the Goron. Getting him with strength is not the easiest.
Yeah, definitely not anybody's first choice.
No,
Give me a bow, please.
No sign of bow. He has no idea where his bomb bag is. Hasn't even picked up his hammer yet, it looks like. Ganon's boss key is still removed. They just need to beat the trials.
Yep,
Which in this case
Meraxis...
means they need a fire source on top of bow, magic, and light arrows for beating Ganon. They need a fire source for Forest Temple, strength 3 and long shot for Fire Temple, and bomb shoes and a mirror shield for Spirit Trial. Not Temple, Trial. Where is strength 2? Because I completely missed it.
I did not see a strength 2. But
Link the Goron.
Oh, Link the Goron. Gotcha.
That's big for Meraxis. He's already at 2 strengths, and none of the others have a single one. Although they will be able to get the Link the Goron one, the one in the river is going to be harder to pick up.
It's really interesting that Master Alex did not take those hover boots and cross the wasteland.
It is an interesting choice. He can. Just chose not to. We did get a hookshot in Forest hint VXR. It was by the Deku Tree, so every single person here has it. And even though it is beatable only, we know that hookshot has to be reachable, since Fire Trial is on, and Fire Trial requires long shot.
At this point in the seed, there's not a whole lot open. There's some bomb chew bowling. There's a couple checks in Fire Temple that they can do. I think the play to make at this point is to cross the desert. Let's see if Meraxis can't make that call in the next few minutes.
This is glitchless logic, Nader. Standard rule set, which is mostly glitchless. I know I've seen you around for Scrubs. We use the same rule set as Scrubs. The settings are just different. This takes weekly settings, much the same as Scrubs. Other than 40-50 skulls are on, so is 1500 HBA. Lens of Truth is set to Wasteland and Chess minigame only. And also, then we have the additional settings on top of all that. We have not seen ZL yet, no. B. We are starting to run low on places it can be. If it is available, since that is not guaranteed with this being beatable only, it can't be Ice Cavern, it can't be in the Composer Grave if we're assuming it's available. Yoshi picking up their first scale in the Lost Scrub Grotto. ZL could be on Burning Cat. But no, that's been hinted. It could be on Prelude Check, and it could be... what is the other one? I'm forgetting the second.
Yoshi making his way into Zora's River. They're gonna grab that strength upgrade here.
Yes, they are. There's a good chance that Zelda's Lullaby is just not available at all.
Anybody just joining us, this is a beatable only seed, so unlike regular seeds where every single check in the game is accessible without glitches, there's no guarantee that every spot is open to these runners with or without glitches. It's
Yes,
possible that things are completely hard blocked.
Futon, it's beatable only. There is no guarantee Zelda's Lullaby is available since the only trial that requires Zelda's Lullaby for none of the trials require Zelda's Lullaby. Actually, there's just one check in light trial that requires ZL. You don't need it to complete light trial though, and that's off anyway. So ZL could very well be completely unavailable. We might never see it.
So we are seeing Mr. Mario take that bomb bag. He's going to get his first strength here in Goron City shortly after Yoshi picks up their first strength upgrade here in Zora's River. But Master Alex also making progress, picking up the Mirror Shield as soon as he completes this diving minigame.
Yes. No, Futon. No problem. Beatable only means it doesn't have to be available in logic. Yeah, Beatable only makes things really interesting. You don't want to stray too far from logic because sometimes you don't know if the item you need to put a check in logic is available or if you're just never intended to go there.
Speaking of going there, we see Yoshi going down to a burning ring of fire.
I mean, with early Bolero and Hammer, this makes a lot of sense. We also know Skull Mask is available. We know Skull Mask has the Goron Tunic, and that is available, so he can get pretty far in here, potentially. Time to start counting keys.
So Mario is not going into the crater, not going to try Fire Temple. They're going into the woods. Are they going to also go into the river? Yes, they are. So Mr. Mario is going to be grabbing that second strength upgrade here. I'd be really surprised if they don't make a beeline for the Spirit Temple.
I'm wondering where our magic is right now, because technically we need magic to put Spirit Temple in logic. No sign of Requiem. It is one of our 4 missing songs.
If that's the case, it's probably in Adult Lake Hylia. Might be like Dampe Digging or Bombchu Bowling, Big Rolling Goron, but there isn't a whole lot available to them.
Nope.
They need to find something else.
Also, I noticed that multiple runners have Prelude marked on the trackers, but I entirely missed where Prelude was. Brain fart on my part.
Prelude was our song from our info.
That's what I missed.
In the castle.
So yes, our remaining song checks are Composer Grave, Ice Cavern, and the Prelude check. If ZL is available at all, it will be on one of those. Otherwise, ZL, Nocturne, and Requiem are all unavailable. Otherwise, ZL is unavailable, and so is one of the other 2 songs.
So 2 keys for Yoshi in the first 2 checks here in the Fire Temple. Mario has grabbed that strength upgrade.
Two keys mean that there is potentially more Fire Temple in logic.
And Maraxis making sure to go to the castle before the hour mark.
And some bomb shoes. Hey, I think that might be our first Chew Pack in the first check of Fire Temple.
First Chew Pack and our first bean purchase by Master Alex. I think an hour into the seed and you don't have a hook shot, it might be bean locked.
Lunatic, it is beatable only. Zelda's Lullaby absolutely could be a nice cavern or Composer Grave. It just means that you're never getting it.
So interesting that Yoshi did not stick around the Fire Temple, opting to come here to Lake Hylia. And I think Mario is going to do some excavating down here in Southern Hyrule and then go over towards GTG. Question is he going to do hookshotless strats, or are they going to go across the wasteland? Only time will tell. Stay tuned here on ZSR.
Yeah, beatable only can lock you out of every dungeon with these settings if it wants. beatable only just means that you can get the items you need to complete the game. It can absolutely lock you out of everything else. If ZL is unavailable, well, Water Temple is also unavailable, which is fine because it's foolish. Which does make it more likely for ZL to be locked, since ZL locks less stuff with Water Temple being foolish. Yeah, I'm a little confused as to why Yoshi chose to skip Date Fire as well. Yeah, we know that Sun Song is in DMC. We saw that and saw a hint for it.
And one thing Yoshi might be thinking is, all right, I have Bolero. I can go back there at any point. I think they're making the right call. Now they don't have second strength. Right? But
They do not.
They are going over towards GTG, which I think is the play to make. Cross the wasteland.
And I am aware you don't necessarily need ZL for Water Temple, but there are only 2 checks in Logic and Water without ZL. At any rate, kind of moot point since it is Baron today. Yeah, not having ZL only locks Shadow and only the back half of Shadow. We don't know yet if Shadow Temple is available at all today since we don't know where Nocturne is. Imagine having to do ZL with Water for Strength 3 on Lax. Oh, that would be pretty painful. Although at least although if you do end up getting forced to that, at least you know that Bosky has to be on the first 2 checks.
And Master Alex has made their way into the crater. Let's see if they dig any deeper than Yoshi. Having already gone over to GTG, grabbed the card, opened up the gate.
Yeah, Freaky Friday is great for worst case scenarios. One time, I did indeed roll a co-op seed once where you had to do ZL with Stone Water to get your Mirror Shield for, basically Go mode. Because ZL locked both, because Mirror Shield locked both ZL and Nocturne, and, ZL locked, Mirror Shield locked ZL, which locked Nocturne, and Nocturne was Go mode. Hey, there's our Spirit Trial is on hint in the, remote chrono.
It looks like Mr. Mario has set up for some death warping. He jumped into the tent there for a moment. What that allows him to do is as soon as he takes a death here, he'll warp right back up there.
Very convenient. Yeah, Bootless Force could really be a thing of since Longshot isn't there today. With beatable only, there's no guarantee that you need to or can, for that matter, finish Forest Temple.
So where is Meraxis headed to? Must be Child Goron City or Zora's River. Or Skull Kid. Oh, they skipped the hammer. Rip.
Yeah. Meraxis is going to get their hammer now. And that was intentional, chat. Mr. Mario intended to take the death so he could get back up faster. Have to go back around.
Yep, very evident by pulling his ocarina in and out to get an extra hit of damage from the bomb.
Yep, buffering the damage. Neat little strat. We're gonna see similar from Yoshi, actually. Apparently.
Yeah, looks like they also want to take a little trip over to the river down here.
Yep. Imagine being so bad at playing music it kills you, Kappa. Alex having a thinking will also bail out a Fire Temple. They have even less hearts than Yoshi did when they were in. Having I think just 4. Yoshi was at 6 when they went to Fire Temple. So we will. Or no, they will.
He has second thoughts.
Walking out.
Looks like gonna do another check or two. Going into the big lava room as Mr. Mario going into GTG. I believe they
Alex
saw
sadly
the
has not.
Fortress Foolish.
I believe so. That was the Fortress Foolish hint. Where was it? Fortress Foolish hint was in DC, and they have seen that one. There's another key in Fire Temple, and Alex hasn't found his bomb back in DC yet, so it's not going to waste it Chew and is going to just leave.
And meanwhile, Mario's showing us this BMOS check. Just our first key here in GTG. It's gonna peek this freestanding item. Yeah, that's the only thing you can do there.
No Song of Time, because that's vanilla on Ocarina of Time.
And Alex is going into Goron City. They're gonna pick up strength upgrade number 1.
And that key there in the open chest in Big Lava Room of Fire Temple means we can climb further. We are not immediately locked out of We are not permanently locked out of Fire Temple yet. Also, happy 1 hour, everyone.
But we are locked out of GTG, but it does look like Mr. Mario is not going to pay logic any mind. They're going to do some hookshotless strats. And looks like they have this Silver Rupee room on lockdown, doing some backwalking. Very nice.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Fire Temple is even in logic since we know that Goron Tunic's on Skull Mask. Little hard to tell with the heart color, but Mr. Mario is on about a heart here. I can't tell if that's a full heart or 3/4, but not much at any rate. Don't die, please. Imagine following logic. Following logic is more important in beatable only, since logic means that if you don't follow logic, you could end up doing stuff that's not technically available to you ever, and there could be absolutely nothing.
Yeah, let's see if Mario got that that last Silver Rupee there. I don't have any audio up.
I have his audio up, and I'm not sure he got it.
But Yoshi is not far behind Mr. Mario.
No, Yoshi is not.
Other 2 runners, on the other hand, I can't say as much, but they're not doing too bad. Master Alex has strength 2. Looks like Meraxis is here in Lake Hylia. Unfortunately, no hookshot, so that Scarecrow isn't going to do him a whole lot of good.
Better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. As Yoshi will be the first of our runners to cross the wasteland potentially here.
It might just be opening up the gate like we saw Alex do earlier, but Mr. Mario has dispatched the Wolfos and just a small key.
Who's up front? Honestly, too early to tell.
I think it's between Mr. Mario and Yoshi myself. Yoshi is making progress crossing the wasteland. Mr. Mario is, well, out of logic. He's still making progress with that strength upgrade here and hammer.
My concern for Yoshi right now is that they have not picked up their strength 2 yet.
Correct.
That could be a problem.
But we do see Meraxis with strength 2 and Mirror Shield. Also headed out west.
And yes, crossing
we
the
have from
wasteland
the pancake room.
will be in logic eventually. It's a matter of when, but we know we will find magic at some point in the game.
So far, just a piece of pizza and a recovery heart. And a full heart container. Lots of love from these pancakes.
And a key, okay. We know that at least one key is flat unavailable. It's in the center of the maze. Well, they can get it, they just don't care to. I was talking
Is
about
it
the
flat?
Hippolytus GTP wasteland too. Okay.
Yoshi has made it across the wasteland. Not a whole lot to do over here.
Miraxis using nut strats on the Gerudo Gar since he doesn't have a hookshot. We have not seen a hookshot yet, despite it being more than an hour in.
And there is storms for Yoshi. That opens a handful of stuff.
Opens up the well, can't do the ZL lock checks, but there's no guarantee we'll even be able to get ZL at all in this seed. As you see, just the stick in the hammerlock check. Hey, Spirit Temple has a magic meter!
Well, that's interesting. If only Yoshi had his second strength upgrade.
Oh,
But
man.
meanwhile, Miraxis is going into GTG. Let's see if they're up to some hook-shotless strats. As Mr. Mario
Which-
is armed with 3 keys, gonna check out the right-hand side of the maze first. Did
That
already see
is...
the freestanding item.
I find it kind of funny that the hint for Spirit having a magic meter is next to Spirit Temple. They
I mean,
can't
it's
hit the ceiling
convenient.
switch. Though there...
But Yoshi is in the right spot.
Ooh, a blue fire bottle on the right side of GTG.
No, we're gonna save scum that away.
Yeah, they have bombs. They can hit the switch in Spirit Temple, Neil. In Logic, even. And there is a chew pack available in Fire Temple, we know.
Oh, this is gonna feel bad for Yoshi. He just left the wasteland. He's gonna pick up strength upgrade, and he's gonna want to go right back over there.
I think their pronouns... I think Yoshi's pronouns are they, them, but also, that is probably Magic 2 in Spirit if Crossing Wasteland is required. Yeah, they, she, yeah. Hey, there's a slingshot that we got the hint for in GTG left side. And Mr. Mario is locked out.
One extra key. The question is, does Mario grab that blue fire bottle? We have not seen any side of Zora's River.
Also,
And
oh,
that's
Yoshi.
our only bottle, actually, too. So that bottle, although armed with blue fire, we do have a blue fire source by way of the ice trial.
Yeah, crossing is...
So that's interesting.
Yeah, good point. Yeah, B is correct. Crossing is definitely required because Requiem we see to be behind Spirit or ZL locked. And ZL is either behind Spirit or not available, so... That is second magic in Spirit Temple, logically.
Yoshi gonna show us the first of our Song of Storms grottos here. As Mario prepares to cross the wasteland, and Miraxis is doing some hookshotless strats here in GTG. Fortunately, we know not gonna get a much.
What was that hint just there? Bottom of the wall has a what?
Ask chat.
Oh, bow! Bow in the well.
One of our 3.
Yeah, no key on Adult Spirit would also confirm Spirit is completely locked. Either permanently or at least until we find Requiem, but with it being beatable only, who knows where Requiem is? Really wondering where that logical magic is. Probably in... There's a decent chance of magic just being in deeper fire, to be honest.
Yeah, at this point, deep fire looks good, but the bottom of the well, I think, looks better.
Yes, logically, deep fire is a decent idea. Well is a good idea just in terms of actual play. Yeah, if there's no key in Adult Spirit, then every remaining song is unavailable.
Yeah, Yoshi finally managed to get Little Link the Goron. Not very happy picking up that strength upgrade. Let's see where they go next.
Every remaining song is beyond spirit, directly, indirectly, or inaccessible. Yeah. Which means we probably won't be seeing Stone Shadow today.
Song of Storms check number 2. As Meraxis says, alright, I'm done with GTG. I ain't got time for that. I'm gonna cross the wasteland instead.
Let's see, Piece of Heart in the Kokiri Forest Storm. And Requiem is on Prelude. Which is interesting. Yeah, there needs to be no key on ZL checks or Child Spirit, which is kind of unlikely since that is 6 checks between them.
So Yoshi now armed with that Song of Storms, 2 grottos down. I think they're going into the bottom of the well.
That confirms ZL is not available and Nocturne is also unavailable. No Stone Shadow, no ZL today. We are not seeing either.
That's good news. It locks us out of a whole heck of a lot. All of Shadow Temple, most of Water Temple, a whole lot of Spirit Temple. So good
all the Fairy
news.
Fountains. Meraxis can do a bunch of Spirit if he finds a key.
Oh, Meraxis with a very nice hoverless setup to get across the quicksand in there. I hope they don't forget the boulder too long. Oh, and Bombchu Bowling. Yoshi gonna show us this check for the first time.
And it has a boomerang!
Hey, all hail Lord Banana. Lord Banana's been kidnapped by the blue-haired lady in the Bombchu Bowling game.
Spirit could be beatable, we just don't know for sure, but the odds are not good for Spirit being beatable.
Well, with that boomerang so easily available, I want to say we're in it for some skulls.
We have not seen a 30
I hope
skull
Yoshi
hit.
thinks that too. We haven't even seen 10.
No, but
We're
30
over an
skulls
hour
could
in.
have a hint. It could have something we have not seen a hint.
So Lord Banana rescued by Yoshi-Kan. And what was that? Whatever it was, they want it.
Magic!
Oh, magic in
figure.
Bombchu Bowling. Yeah. Hammer
That's required.
/ strength to your bomb bag, which leads to your boomerang and your magic.
Okay, we're
So
back in logic,
Yoshi's-
everyone.
So Yoshi's probably going to go into the bottom of the well, grab their bow, and then I think with the bow, you go into GTG.
I would think so. They have strength too as well.
So Master Alex grabbed the check in the Shadow Trial that they could do. Now, I think armed with strength and bombs, they're going back out west. Oh, and Mr. Mario is hot on Yoshi's heels. They're a banana and some magic incoming. Wow.
Yep. Also,
Close
I have
game
no
here on the
idea
left
what's on the
hand.
Colossus Arch.
It's best not to try to look at freestanding items.
I'm really, really bad at them. Think for whatever's in the Tektite rather, because I also have no idea what that is.
Oh, I just remembered too. We had Kokiri Force Way of the Hero. You remember what we got in there? We got the Lens of Truth. So
we know it's Way of the Hero
it's really
for Song of...
interesting.
It's Way of the Hero
it's really
for crossing
interesting
the...
though that they didn't do the chess minigame.
That is a good point. Does Yoshi
right there.
have the... I'm not sure if Yoshi has the does Yoshi have the Kokiri Way of the Hero? Because that was in the ballad.
Oh, maybe not. Oh no, they did the death warping in Gerudo Valley.
Okay, so they
Yoshi
have
should have seen
they
him.
just... So they were probably just assuming it was for access to the Colossus then.
You know what they say about assumptions.
Yes, always full clear your way of the heroes. That could bite Yoshi.
Now, let's see if Mario puts 2 and 2 together.
Also, picking up some bomb shoes
Oh,
off bowling. Mr. Mario, I don't think he knows about the chew pack I don't think he's gotten the chew pack out of early fire yet, or maybe just wants some more. Either way, it's nice to have.
I'm not sure Mr. Mario went into Dodongo's cavern, so I think they're explosiveless. Maybe not. But either way, good call to grab some extra chews. Yoshi is about to pick up their mirror shield.
Okay, Mario does
Mr.
have
Mario
bombs.
also is gonna forgetting about that treasure chest. Oh no, never mind. Scratch that. Reverse it.
Yeah, Mr. Mario has bombs that we don't. I wasn't sure if they got the bomb chews out of early fire though.
Oh, doy. I'm dumb.
It happens. I'm gonna have to step away from him because I really need to go to the bathroom.
No worries. Perfect time. Get your guesses in chat. What do we got for the treasure chest minigame? Who's on team left? Who's on team right? Who is all over the place? Oh, team left strikes first. Oh, Mr. Mario. Team left strikes 2 times in a row. I see a lot of losers in chat as Yoshi picks up their mirror shield. Team left 3 for 3. Oh. All right. 3 lefts and a right. As Master Alex is going to cross the wasteland. Yoshi armed with that mirror shield. And it's pizza for a prize.
I'm back.
You missed 3 lefts and a right for a piece of heart.
So Lens, we have a hero just for Wasteland Crossing for probably our bow in the well. Hi Donnie Dark. We have Evil Only, Open Bridge, and Random Child. Also,
All right,
Balance Hint.
Song of Storms check number 3. It's some bomb chews as Miraxis picks up their hover boots. Master Alex is about to grab their Song of Storms.
It's not bad at all, except for it just so happened to be the runner's luck that we got Forest Fire and Spirit Trials on, which means that on top of needing bow, magic, and light arrows, they also need a fire source for. They need a fire source for Forest Trial, Strength 3 and Long Shot for Fire Trial, and a Mirror Shield, and as well for Spirit Trial.
Yeah, we do know fire arrows are in Ganon's castle somewhere. They could be on the boss key chest, though.
Yes.
So there's no guarantee there. Other than that, we also know that there's a bow somewhere in the bottom of the well. Also, no guarantee that that's accessible. But Yoshi's going to show us in not too long. It does look like they are going to set up for some Dampe digging first, as Mr. Mario is not going to forget Goron City. The small rolling Goron had 1 strength. Let's see how the Hot Rodder handles.
Master Alex also having some problems in early adult spirit, as you see, just a heart piece of Hot Rodder. And Yoshi looks to be the first of runners to be doing some skill checks here as they're doing more cat.
Well, yeah, hour 20 minutes in, we're going to get a 10 skill check. Oh, as Master Alex trying to activate that switch with bombs. Much, much easier with those chews. Yeah, there you go. But we are seeing Mr. Mario kind of trail in Yoshi's footsteps, checking these Song of Storms checks.
It's a little tricky to aim the chews, though.
Yeah, looks like Alex has not practiced the setup.
He's
Oh,
always just
so
a
close.
little bit
I hope Alex has has
saved.
saved. Yeah,
Oh.
let's save. There you go.
Okay.
Save scum at least a couple of them there.
And finally
There
gets
we
it.
go. So one check completely unavailable to us. Let's see what's in the silver rupee half pipe.
If this is unavailable, we are permanently locked out of Spirit Temple. If this is not a key.
And Mario making some progress towards that bottom of the well. Yoshi checking Dampe. What do we got? Nothing.
And what is our one check in the temple? A nut. We are permanently locked out. We are never going back here.
Yeah, that is it for the western half of Hyrule. Nothing. There might be something left in GTG, but whole lot of nothing past the wasteland.
It would have been hilarious if that was the magic, yeah. Max is finally picking up his first bomb bag at 1 hour 20 minutes.
Yeah, Mr. Mario gonna show us 10 Skulltulas before jumping in the well. Or no,
And we
he's
are-
got 20 already.
Yeah, we are never seeing the Nocturne, Requiem, or ZL. Those 3 songs are completely unavailable. We'll never figure it out which check is which between Nocturne and ZL, not that it matters. They're just gonna be gone for good for this seed. That means that does eliminate a lot of checks for these runners. They're never even going to be able to get into Spirit Temple, Shadow Temple, or any of the ZL lock checks either. That eliminates a lot. Because Shadow has, what, 12 items, and Spirit, 14? That's a lot. This also means a Stone Shadow, we're never seeing Song of Time either.
Yeah. No Royal Tomb. No Ice Cavern. But Master Alex is making some good progress with that info out of Spirit. They're grabbing Lord Banana, gonna grab Magic. I imagine they're gonna be following Mario and Yoshi into the bottom of the well. But
I would
Yoshi
expect
is
so.
in there first.
And Mr. Mario will be hot on their heels. And, yeah. Yeah, also the toilet is dead. No Song of Time, no toilet. And hey, Furo's Wind in the first check of the well for Yoshi. Nice to have.
Yeah, not too shabby, but we're looking for the bow. We're hoping that it's not ZL locked.
With Song of Storms being likely Way of the Hero, since you had to cross the wasteland for something, and it's probably that. There has to be something in the well that Storms has to lead to, and I'm thinking it's the bow. Also, we will need to count keys here. That's 2, since since the locked pits and the like room are both locked by all 3 keys logically. Yeah, both of the other those 2 Storms Grottos and had nothing. Although, and Frog's one was nice to have, but not required.
Yeah, speaking of Frogs 1, Alex is actually gonna catch some time up on both Mario and Yoshi. Skipping those Song of Storms grottos, skipping Frogs 1, going straight to Cac. Gonna maybe grab some Skulltulas. Gonna check Dampe probably, but that's a bunch of time that Alex is saving.
It'd be a little cruel to these runners if that bow turns out to be unavailable. I doubt it, because there has to be something in here, but you never know.
Yeah, we got a high five there in the coffin room. Slightly different routes here, going through the bottom of the well on the left side of your screen.
there's the bow. Nearly simultaneous from Mr. Mario and Yoshi-Kion. It is available.
Yeah, one
That
of our
confirms
other
our
pieces.
lens wave hero.
So what else do we need? We need a hook shot, a long shot, 2 hook shots.
We know one is in Forest Temple, though. Whenever we find the first hook shot, we can go pick up our second. Our trials are
and-
Spirit Fire Forest.
So we need a hook shot. We need to go into forest for our second hook shot, and then we need our strength upgrade. And then I think we're done.
We need strength and we need 1 hook shot and strength, along with potentially a fire source.
Oh, right, fire.
We don't know what's if that fire arrow's hinted in Ganon's castle. We don't know if that's available. Also, is it me or did my oh hey, there's a key in the like room of Swell, which means that those checks are not in logic. That's a key. That is not an available key. Beatable only really showing its colors today, because this is very much a BO seed, and there is, well, a Dins in the basement.
There's our fire.
That's our fire source. Never mind if fire arrows are available, that is available.
So where does Yoshi take that? Looks like going for that Master Sword.
Yeah, also, is it me or is the comms page being a little funny right now?
I am synchronizing a little bit at the moment.
We are a hook away from no mode, at least, B.
Next
Actually,
Shadow,
yes,
if you can hear us, we would like to set up a bet.
or George for that matter. Whoever's a restreamer, can we get a bet for our first hook shot? Oh, we need strength
Wait,
3,
here
right?
you go, George.
Oh, we need a strength.
Oh,
So we don't need a bet yet because we still need to find the strength.
cancel that order, George. Yoshi
Sorry.
is making their way across the bridge. It's possible we're gonna find our hook shot in Ganon's castle.
No reason we can't with let's see. Well, if Spirit Trial is available, first check of Shadow Trial we saw in that is available. And depending on if they find fire arrows and if fire arrows are in Spirit Trial, that makes Shadow Trial available. Yeah, we could do a bet for going with item and location. I mean, there's a bunch of ways to look at it.
It looks like Mario is grabbing some Skulltulas after the bottom of the well. Not interested in that bow just at the moment.
Raidstone Shadow. Sadly, Shadow Temple is 100% not available today. We are never seeing Shadow Temple. Nocturne is absolutely not available. We are permanently key-locked out of Spirit Temple, and that means that none of our songs are none of our 3 remaining songs, Requiem, Nocturne, and ZL, are all 100% out of logic today. Why did Yoshi leave Forest Trial? I'm not sure. Just finish it now, TBH. Leaving it for later, I suppose. I mean, they could finish it. They do have a fire source bow and lights. But not choosing doesn't have a hookshot for Spirit Trial yet, right? So we are currently locked out of Ganon's castle.
Meanwhile, we see Mario back in the river. Might be doing something
Also, hey,
crazy.
there's finally our 30 skulls hit in the DMC wall. That took a while.
So the only check left in Way of the Hero Kakariko Village is our bow mini game.
Yes, it is. We have seen this so far. What we've seen in Kakariko is a scale of dubious usefulness, and Saria Song, which is Way of the Hero to get to our forest temple for that long shot that we know is in there somewhere.
And
Not for the moment.
that scale could be Way of the Hero for diving in the lab. Other than that, it's not gonna do us any good because we had another accessible silver scale.
We have the Tech Rudder, but I have absolutely no idea what it was. Alex looked at it, something.
George, we do not want to bet. Thank you. We jumped the gun. We are looking for 2 items still.
We'd rather wait until we're down to 1. And we are going to see a very unusual hitstone from Yoshi here. This is the Randomizer Valley in Hyrule Field. This is Fire Slocked.
Meanwhile, Mr. Mario is taking that Din's Fire in Child Goron City. He's gonna do some pottery checks. Well, a pottery check.
We did not see a hint for this. We're seeing a little... And... Go Curious Order DMC.
It must be from the fairy. Oh, hook shot! There's our hook shot!
Hook
Child
shot!
Goron City in the spinning pot.
Ah!
So you need Din's Fire from the bottom of the well to do that because
Yes.
Zelda's Lullaby is completely locked. That is great.
That's
is
amazing.
something. That's a huge troll. I can imagine a lot of racers wouldn't check that until the final check. Wow, that is big for Mario. Trent did not roll the seed, but he was in the Discord
I think
channel
he was
at the
seed
time it
roller.
was rolled. Oh,
He
he
was
was.
a seed roller. Yes,
Oh,
Trent, your
okay.
pot was recorded without ZL for the first hook shot. So, about that bet, George, we do actually want to bet now. We're the house strength free.
Yeah. Well, in that case, if people know Trent rolled that, it's possible that's the only reason Mr. Mario went to Goron City in the first place.
Hmm.
We'll have to
Yeah.
ask him.
Yes, George, a strength 3 bet would be much appreciated. Where is it?
Where even could it be? It could be in Jabu Jabu. It could be in the Forest Temple.
I'm
It could be
betting
on
Pierre
10
and Fire.
Pose.
We're actually using some glitchless jump strats to get to the, Oh wait, no, I'm dumb, because, Actually, no, we could get to... Depending on where Keeley at, we could potentially be able to get to Pierre. We have seen 30, 40, and 50 VXR. They're collectively dead.
So Yoshi is back in GTG, armed with the bow.
Hey, wallet.
Has found a wallet.
Does absolutely nothing for us in logic, actually, since we already have Goron Tunic.
Hooah! Sing it again.
I think we have probably seen every hint stone
Oh.
we're going to see at this point. Unless Rudo's letter turns up, we are done for hints.
Master Alex has meted the right check.
He is also going for Trent's pot without ZL.
How in the world they have managed to deduce this one is beyond me. You know, I pick up Din's Fire, I'm thinking, alright, Haunted Wasteland. Like, I'm not thinking Child Goron City.
I'm assuming just child cleanup. Because that's one of the few things left as child. They won't be going back child again for a while.
Alex never did like Frogs 1. He's got a couple stuff left.
Yoshi
This
just
is a big
staring at the blue fire bottle.
Well, he's got to make that call. He's like, all right, that's blue fire. That's nice. But wait, that's my first bottle.
Yeah.
So
They're gonna wait until
that
later.
bottle is, yeah.
They're
That
gonna
bottle
wait.
though is Tenpo's and King Zora.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
Well,
no, it's
King
not
Zora's-
King Zora, right? We can't get in there.
King Zora is not available.
So maybe
TL is not
you better
available.
play it.
King Zora is completely dead.
So Mario now rearmed with that Master Sword, hook shot. He's going to the crater. I imagine gonna trek through Goron City, the Lost Woods, gonna grab their long shot out of the Forest Temple.
I hope the
Hopefully
runners
find Strength 3 along the way.
Yeah, unless Rudo's letter turns up, I think I have written down every single hint stone that is available to these runners in the game. I wrote down some 33 hints, I think, and we've seen a few junk ones, so we're pretty much done. And Yoshi is crossing the wasteland again to see what bad. We can't get this Castle Storms Grotto. That's about the only one that's still available. But we are seeing a second wasteland crossing from Yoshi. Unfortunately, we know this is not going to pay off. They're going to find a nut and be permanently locked out. It is good information, though. They need to know, is this available or am I done here?
They are gonna grab one check here in the wasteland, an extra Skulltula as well.
True. I don't think we ever saw the wasteland hint. And no, we have not seen a hint for wasteland. This is a new check.
And Master Alex is losing some of that time gained by skipping some of these Song of Storms checks before the well. Now trekking his way back that direction. Needs to be doing what Mario's doing on the top left, making a beeline for that Forest Temple.
That is essential because we know that this is where Longshot is. They saw this hint a very, very long time ago.
Yeah, and that was the Tektite Grotto from Meraxis. I missed it again, but he popped out of there without grabbing anything, so I'm gonna say
They
it's
do
safe
have
to
gold
assume
scales.
it's dead.
Yeah, they have gold scale. He has gold scale, so I'm going to assume if he didn't pick it up, it's dead. And let's see what's in Forest Temple here from Mr. Mario. We know there's a long shot in here somewhere. Not the first check.
It's either gonna be in the first 4 or the last 2. But Yoshi has made their way back across the wasteland. Gonna get some bad news in T-minus 2 minutes.
How bad the news is debatable, because it's kind of nice to know that a decent chunk of the game is just never going to be available.
Well, bad news because they've now crossed the wasteland twice.
Yeah. That is unfortunate for Yoshi.
Yeah, we also saw we saw Mario and Master Alex only have to do that once.
Yes,
But here we go,
they...
Meraxis making the brain play. What do we have in Lake Hylia?
Is Scaleway of the Hero. And nope, heart piece.
And armed with that bow, Yoshi having a much easier time in Spirit Temple. But no bean for Meraxis. Just the one check in the Adult Lake Hylia. Where are they
Yeah.
headed now?
It makes me wonder if these runners have Orphan to check on Lab Roof. Yoshi disappointed, finding out that they are permanently locked out of a decent chunk of the game. As Mr. Mario continues to Forest Temple with Alex close behind. And Yoshi is going back child. Hey, there's the boss key on Forest Floor Master. Yeah, Phantom Cannon might not be accessible. Yeah, I have the stats somewhere, lol. Lol be, hey, there's another key in the forest map chest. Nice little hovers into jump slash from Mr. Mario. Gets the skull and all the way to the island in one jump. There's another key.
Yeah, nice little time save there. But it does look like Meraxis is headed in the right direction. Has that bomb bag from Dodongo's Cavern. Making their way to Lord Banana and their magic.
Yep, and I'm not 100% sure where Yoshi is going either. Beans, maybe?
Yep, Beans is probably the play they're making. They've been through the river.
Thinking about Lab Roof is my guess at this point. That's the only place that the beans could be useful for. I'm hoping that they check Goron City before going back adult just for cleanup, since otherwise I don't see them getting their hookshot anytime too quickly.
Yeah, I concur. But all hail Lord Banana for Meraxis.
And Yoshi using the Sculptula to take most of the damage and then collecting it before death warping. Save some bombs. Takes them back up to the top of the river. That was intentional.
Yeah,
And
it sure was. Looks like for a Skulltula here.
Loopy in this check here in Forest Temple. Yoshi is going to plant Bean.
Yeah, Yoshi is running out of checks available to him.
They need that hookshot out of Goron Tot with Dins, which is really not a good spot for it.
Now, meanwhile, it looks like Master Alex has caught up some time versus Mr. Mario here in the Forest Temple.
And they have yet to be locked out, or find their long shot for that matter. Piece of heart in the forest boss key chest, and that is 14 skulls for Yoshi.
Meanwhile, Meraxis is doing the treasure chest game.
Going to be disappointed to find just the heart piece. And oh no, Yoshi is going back adult.
Yeah,
Wait.
they've got their minds set on that bean in Adult Lake Hylia.
If it pays off, that's good, but that just means they're orphaning the Goron pot even harder. Yet another Forest Temple key on Red Po. How far can these runners get in Forest Temple?
How many keys have they had so far?
I haven't been counting, I'll be honest.
I think it must be 3 at the point of the Red Po. So they could do the hover boot strat. They have the boss key.
They can get all the way to long shot on Phantom Cannon. That is looking more and more likely as we see. Oh, strength 3 on the Forest Bow chest.
On the way. It doesn't get any better than that.
Hey George, bet's closed. We need to close that. That is no mode for us as soon as we find that long shot, which has to be in here somewhere.
Which way did it go, George? Which way did it go?
George. That's
And
no mode for us.
unfortunately, we know for Yoshi, they're not going to get anything here. They need
Nope.
to make their way over to Goron City. That's going to be the tail for the bottom of your screen there. Meanwhile, it seems to be a race, straight up race between Mr. Mario and Master Alex.
And we are still not locked out. With
No
a key on
siree.
Pluto.
So
No,
that
keep
is,
going.
I believe, all 5 small keys.
I think so, and oh, unfortunately, Meraxis wasn't Child Grants to do that pins. He will also likely orphan that hug shot. So, Mr. Mario and Master Alex are getting close to go mode. The other two are going to be a while.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's just how the cookie crumbles sometimes.
Yes, yes it is.
But in the meantime, we would love to have anyone who's not currently in the Discord server jump in, join the Discord server, join in on all the wacky action, either in the race yourself against all these crazy guys, or you
Long
can
shot
join us
falling
here behind
ceiling.
the scenes in the. Oh, am I not?
Also, Mr. Mario, why are you still going? I'm reasonably sure he knows there's a bottle in GTG.
Why does he need a bottle?
Oh, Mirror Shield. Oh, he hasn't got his bottle of Zora diving.
Wah, 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 wah.
Oh no, that does mean that Alex is ahead for sure.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't know how we or he missed that out. Unless they've just never equipped it?
He doesn't have it marked on his personal tracker, and it's pretty accurate otherwise. I'm gonna go with he doesn't. Yeah, it's not on his pause menu. He does not have long shot. He does not have mirror shield.
Yeah, that stinks. So Master Alex in the lead for certain. Just as soon as they grab that long shot. Meanwhile, we see Yoshi back in Kakariko Village, Meraxis back in Goma. Meraxis was the first to the Goma fight, unfortunately messed up the broken stick. So upon resetting, just decided, all right, you know what? I'm just gonna leave. And now kind of hit a roadblock.
Have they still not gone out to the Colossus for their Song of Storms? It's not marked on their personal tracker.
Correct. I think they were a while to get their hover boots, and I think they do not know hoverless strats. Might not even know lensless strats. I'm not too familiar with Meraxis.
I'm reasonably certain they should at least know one lensless wasteland. Not sure about naked wasteland.
Okay.
And there's a long shot for Master Alex. Alex is in go mode. Yeah, Meraxis does know his stuff.
Good.
He has storms.
Oh yeah,
he just
got
hasn't...
storms.
Okay, so I just can't read his personal tracker then. Never mind. He just needs to go to the well at this point.
So Master Alex is probably 15, maybe 20 minutes to game finish as Mr. Mario finds the iron boots here in the Forest Temple. Not the items he's looking for.
No, it is not. We already know there's absolutely nothing those iron boots could possibly lead to. Water Temple is foolish. It's probably unbeatable. And we know, and we already have Gold Scale.
What is it good for? Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, that was...
Yoshi going down, down, down.
Oh no, Yoshi.
To a burning ring of fire. As a Master Alex in the Spirit Trial are one required use of bomb chews.
This does logically require bomb chews. Since bomb chews are in logic, in this case it means you need a bomb back to be able to get bomb chews.
Yeah, luckily did not use them all in Spirit Temple to get that crystal switch open.
Rudo's letter on Lax with Boss Key and Water Temple in logic would be funny, but also really unfortunate for Yoshi.
Well, there is Phantom Ganon dispatched for Mr. Mario. Where did they go next? When did they go to Zora's Domain?
Mirror Shield is on Zora diving minigame to Maltalk. Mr. Mario, never went there.
Master Alex arming those light arrows. Spirit Trial is cleared.
He will be finishing in a little over 2 hours. Not too bad for this seed. As Meraxis does child cleanup. Really hope they go well here.
Yeah, they should be going to the well.
And Mr. Mario...
Yeah, it looks like he might be looking in some trials, particularly that light trial for his Mirror Shield.
Yeah. Okay, give me a sec, I'll be back in a while.
Yeah, unfortunately for Mario, this is not a plentiful item pool. There's just one Mirror Shield, and it's in Zora's Domain.
Okay, I thought someone wanted to talk to me, but I'm good. And yeah, it's not an unreasonable play for Meraxis to come here looking for his Mirror Shield. It's a fairly dense dense area. He does still need to actually complete trials. He can do Forest Temple for the Forest Trial here. And also do Shadow Trial, but is unable to complete Spirit Trial here. We'll probably find his fire arrows in here somewhere at least.
Yeah, unfortunately not going to do him a whole lot of good.
No, not really.
That is the long shot to the torch. That's why we needed that long shot. And Alex is going to clear out trial 2 out of 3.
Yoshi, continuing through Fire Temple, finding a vanilla key off the Goron, has not been locked out yet. I'm hoping they got locked out soon, because we kind of need to. Because they need to go back to Goron City as child for the pot. It's such an unintuitive check, but they really need to. That is correct, Shadow. They need to clear Forest Fire and Spirit Trials, and they also need Bow Magic and Lights. Unfortunately, Mr. Mario has missed his Mirror Shield off the Zora diving minigame. Meraxis needs to hit up a well to get his bow and Din's fire. Hey, second bomb bag and deeper fire. Not really helpful. Okay. And Yoshi Kion needs to go to do Trun's pot with Din's. That has their first hook shot. Meraxis needs to do the well and then hit up Trun's pot with Din's. They know that Longshot is in Forest Temple, and they will find a Strength 3 on the way. Both of them do have their Mirror Shield at least, so Longshot is their go. Hookshot is basically their go.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how divergent these runners' routes were. Also, keep in mind there are another 3 or 4 more racers behind the scenes.
There are 4 more. Besides these 4, we also have Salty Sponge, Sly Ride, Goldfish, and Muffinorama for off-stream runners. Strength 3 was Forest Temple Bow Chest, Rock Talk. And I don't really know who's going to finish second here. Mr. Mario has a lot of options. Meraxis is continuing to put off the well, and then has to go think about Goron Pot with Dins. And Yoshi needs to go do Goron Pot with Dins.
And good news for Mario, he doesn't have a whole lot. He's got a couple checks in GTG with that bow. He's got Adult Lake Hylia, Deep Fire. Not a whole lot.
No, but Yoshi's doing those checks that Mr. Mario's gonna end up doing at some point or another.
Yeah, but unfortunately for Yoshi and Meraxis, once they grab the hookshot, they still have to go almost entirely through the Forest Temple with that long shot on the checkered board room.
Falling Ceiling is very deep in Forest Temple.
Yep, and we see Mario clearing out the trials that they can clear. Master Alex making their way up the tower.
Also, that bet never got that bet never got closed. We never declared a winner either.
Beyond my powers.
Yep. And we're seeing Light Trial, which has Stone of Agony and not much else. So far, well, there's a key, not of any use at all. Since we are not getting ZL and Light Trial is not required.
One final staircase for Alex. Gonna arm up
fire
with
arrows.
some magic.
Fire arrows were in Light Trial after all this time. And yep, Dins were required, as Meraxis picks up a bean as well, also thinking about Adult Lake. Still hasn't gone to the well, despite having Song of Storms off of a Wave the Hero lens.
Given how convoluted lens logic is, it's possible they haven't deduced that the lens is needed to cross the wasteland. Here we go. Master Alex is about to fight a dwarf. Let's see if he can't get the one cycle with that big Goron sword.
We're just gone setting up for GSR, so I think we're just straight up out of luck then. We're
I mean,
closing
did
the bet.
anybody really guess right anyway?
I think someone said Phantom Cannon, which is about as close as we're getting to the boom chest in the forest.
1, 2,
Oh, and Mr.
3,
Mario showing
4,
off a neat little strat.
5. Very nice one cycle on the dwarf.
Also, Mr. Mario showing off a neat little bow extension strat, recently rediscovered, I suppose, to be able to hit that switch in Spirit Trial without having bomb shoes.
All right, here we go. At nearly the 2-hour mark, Master Alex has gotten all the items to clear the trials, has dispatched the dwarf. One thing remains, and here he is. Here's Ganon.
And nothing super close for me. I think our closest was Phantom Kid, and even that's a stretch at best. Happy 2 hours, by the way, everyone.
Yeah, I'm sure Alex is adrenaline pumping looking over at that IRC. Ganon has dispatched his primary weapon, the Master Sword.
And
But no fear-
hello! Wow, so ZFG rating with a party of 747. Wow, welcome in.
Yeah, welcome and good timing as the pig is kneeling down. Phase 1 complete. Master Alex about to be reunited with that Master Sword.
You are coming in just as the first of our runners on Restream. Master Alex is about to finish off the pig and complete the seed. We are doing a Freaky Friday race, which means that we have some unusual settings on. Today, our settings were beetle only, open bridge, random trials, and balanced hint distribution.
And there we go. Pig is down. The princess finally lending her hand. Master Alex, 1, 2, 3 strikes away from serving us up all some tasty bacon. And to answer
August
a question
40th
in chat, August 40th is in September 9th. Come enjoy the celebration. And here we go. Master Alex has served us up some bacon. Who's hungry? I know I am.
Finishing up with an official race time of 2 hours, 1 minute, and 36 seconds. GG's.
Get your GG's in chat for Master Alex. Make sure you go give them a follow. Without them racing this race, we wouldn't have this race to watch being raced. As we continue along with our other 3 runners, Mr. Mario is back in Way of the Hero Kakariko Village. Gonna check 20 skulls. Where do they go after here? They need to make their way to Zora's Domain for that Mirror Shield. Meanwhile, Yoshi, missing the hookshot in Child Goron City, is in the right time zone. Where are they headed?
Equipping the boomerang. And we are waiting. Master Alex should be joining us for an interview in a couple minutes here, as oh no, Mr. Mario is going to check out Forest Foolish Water Temple potentially here. Okay, no, he's going to do Adult Life.
So.
I was going to say that would be bad if he decides to go in there.
Yeah, he's got his hookshot. He's got a scarecrow. Couple checks here, all of them in logic. Meanwhile, it looks like Yoshi is playing for Skulltulas.
Yes, I don't think they ever saw the 30 hint. But just in the crater wall, with bombs being not the easiest to find. They know that 40 and 50 are dead. Yeah, they don't have 30 marked on their hint tracker, which is still visible on screen, and they also haven't done 20, right?
And meanwhile, Meraxis is getting close to that Din's Fire, and Din's Fire leads to their hookshot. So Meraxis could make a comeback here and pass up Yoshi.
It all depends. For what do they do Goron Cop before going back adult as they find their bow? Oh, they did get the 30 hint? Okay.
And there is Master Alex. GG, sir.
Hello, thanks.
GG's, well played.
Thank you. That was
Yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, it was very close there. Between you and Mr. Mario in the Forest Temple. Just a few seconds behind. Unfortunately, Mr. Mario skipped out on that mirror shield in Zora's domain. So
Oh,
you were running through the castle unopposed.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. That mirror shield was
Okay, give me a second.
yeah, was a nice find. That's for sure.
Yeah, a mirror shield and the hook shot. That one. I don't know
Yeah,
how both you and Mario, as soon as you got Dins, you did like another check or two, and then went straight to Goron City, and that paid off huge.
yeah. I think. Let's see. Yeah, Dins was in the well. I was still child, so I decided, okay, let's just clear up all the accessible child checks, since there wasn't too many checks left in the game in total. I guess it was G to G and fire, so it was like, nah, let's just do this. But yeah, that's kind of funny.
Yeah, it was
All right.
big info you got there once you were key locked out of Adult Spirit. Just a whole
Yeah.
bunch of things you
Yeah.
just not able to
Yep.
to be getting.
Yeah,
Yes.
also,
Mm.
Myrax is, picking up his Dins on Restream and just staring at it. Feels bad.
Yeah, when I saw the last song hint, I think that was the Requiem was Prelude check. Then
Yes.
I knew that CL was not well accessible at all, and yeah, Spirit Temple was just out of the way.
But I think you were the first one to kind of go over to GTG. You didn't cross the wasteland at that point. And we saw Yoshi unfortunately crossed it twice. He crossed the first time to get Song of Storms without Silver Gauntlets, and then crossed it a second time for the info. So that cost
Yeah.
them some time. So you
Right.
definitely had a really good route through everything, just from getting the scale going into Zora's domain. So really good job, I gotta say.
Yeah, I was kind of happy with the routing, and also execution for once wasn't too shabby. So all in all, I was quite happy with that race. The bombs into bomb ship bowling into what was it? Magic? Yeah. I kind of knew that Magic had to be somewhere accessible. As I figured the lens was probably way up there for crossing the desert. So I was expecting to find CL there, not Song of Storms, but yeah. Otherwise, I think I read the logic quite well.
Yeah, I think we saw a hint relatively early on from, I think, Meraxis, that in the back of Lake that Sonic of Storms is at the Colossus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I didn't do Back Lake, so yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, I was just thinking, imagine if you had gotten Zelda's Lullaby. I think we'd be here for another hour.
At least.
Yeah, when I didn't see CL, I was like, oh, okay, that might be inaccessible this season. Not too bad. Not too bad.
Speaking of not too bad, we are seeing Meraxis checking Goron Pot. So they're going to grab their hook shot. They might just pass up Mr. Mario here.
Do they have a chill? Yeah, they do. Okay.
Yeah. No, Mr. Mario is missing Mirror Shield. Yoshi is missing Hookshot off Goron Pot. And Meraxis is going to hit Go Mode in the next 10-ish minutes, probably, in Forest Temple.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, seeing the Strength 3 in Forest was kind of a relief.
We were a little surprised by that.
Yeah, I was like, oh, that's Gomo then. Nice.
Yeah.
Just hoping I didn't have to do Phantom again, and nope.
Yeah, so funny thing is, Mr. Mario, having not found his Mirror Shield before going to Forest Temple, continued in Forest after the long shot and found iron boots in the basement of Forest Temple.
Okay. Well, thankfully we have a hint for Water Temple, so probably not getting baited into that, hopefully.
I hope not, but he might think that Lax is available, which wouldn't help at all.
he's now back in GTG. Couple bow checks here. Yoshi's doing some chickens. Gonna grab scale number 2.
Oh, that's where scale. Okay, so that's gold scale.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, gold
Now we-
scales on chickens. Hey, bottle in GTG. Yeah,
Yeah.
bottles were not required this seed.
Yeah, I didn't see a single bottle. I think it's maybe even the first or second time they haven't had that bottle at all at Gandalf ever.
Yeah, we
It's
saw
not-
2 on Restream. The second one from Mr. Mario just now.
Okay.
GTG Right Maze had a blue fire bottle, and then the one by the scarecrow, up above with the ice
Mhm.
statue,
Yep.
that has a second bottle. Red
Okay.
potion.
Okay.
That
Never
is a logically
saw
available bottle as well.
Rito's letter, I guess.
Yeah, we never saw a letter. At this point, I'm doubtful it's available.
Probably locked, yeah. Looking like Nocturne is also locked behind CL. Probably in.
It is. Our 3 remaining songs were Requiem, Nocturne, and ZL. Requiem is
Spirit.
behind Spirit Temple, which
Yeah.
is permanently locked.
Yep.
And ZL and Nocturne are Ice Cavern and Composer Grave. Don't know
Yep.
which, doesn't matter.
Yeah. I was at some point tempted to go further in fire, but yeah, I thankfully didn't. Since I didn't have bombs and no hookshot, no bow, I figured, yeah, it's probably just out of logic for a while.
Yeah, Yoshi cleared all of Fire Temple besides Pierre since no hookshot, and
wow.
found second bomb back, and that was about it.
Ah, okay. Oof.
As they pick up their gold scale, not happy about you dropping a bomb.
Poor Andrew.
Yeah, then it's gonna go check Lap Dive as Mario takes his Illogic bottle to go do Big Pose. We know this is some sort of nothing at this point.
So in terms of routing in the start, were there any difference in routing at all, or everyone did Deku?
No, everyone went straight to Deku.
Yeah.
One divergence after Deku Tree, Yoshi stopped into the Lost Woods and got the hammer. That was interesting. So we had a
Oh.
little bit of a different adult segment. Other than that, though, it was pretty similar.
Yeah.
Probably valid hint then. Wanted to get the
Um,
hint, probably.
Meraxis does have the Forest Temple hint chat, by the way. It was next to the Deku tree, and I can guarantee you Meraxis did Deku.
Oh, they don't have longshot? All right. Or strength 3.
No.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Right. They went straight.
No, Meraxis still needs Strength 3. He knows where Longshot is, but he doesn't know where Strength 3 is, and is going to do checks and trials as he clears them.
Yeah. Yeah, I was
It's a little...
tempted to
it's
do
a-
that, but then I had the thought, okay, what if strength 3 actually is in forest? Then yeah, what do you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes lucky.
Good news for Meraxis is they have Pharaoh's Wind, so it won't be too too bad to get back. So,
Yeah.
Mr. Mario with that bottle checked 10 big pose, not having it. But they are going
Nope.
back childs, so looking good. Mr. Mario and Meraxis might be having a close race after all.
Meraxis is playing Bolero, is going to head over to the... Oh no. Meraxis. Oh,
Don't
ouch,
do it.
this hurts. Meraxis is
It's a-
jumping back in Fire Temple.
It's a trap.
Doesn't he have the hint?
He
For Forest
does. He doesn't have Strength 3, though.
It
Oh.
might be, 2 hours in. He read that hint, the first, 5 minutes?
Something like that.
Okay.
But it looks like Mario is hot on the trail to that mirror shield.
And
Okay.
poor Yoshi is confused. As Mr. Mario is heading for Zora's domain and will be picking up his mirror shield shortly.
Come on, Yoshi. You need to do some meta here. Who rolled the seed? Who did it?
And
Alex,
Rex-
did that have any influence on your play to Goron City?
Sorry, what? If
Trenter rolled the seed, and
all
that
right,
Goron pot is affectionately known as Trent Spot.
all right, yeah, no, I just it was
Just use that big old brain.
convenient on the routing when I was already a child and having dins.
Yeah.
Yeah, just paid off, I guess. When did Mr. Mario get the hook shot, by the way? Was that ahead of me or same time?
He got it probably within 30 or 60 seconds of you.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are really close up until we realize, no, wait, oh no, Mr. Mario doesn't have his mirror shield.
Hmm.
He
Yeah,
is
it
about
wasn't
to get it
until
here,
he
though.
was in forest.
Looking at the restream now, is Joshikion going through? Yeah, okay. Going through stuff they haven't done probably.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
they're heading for Lost Woods from Kokiri Forest. I hope this means a Child Goron City play, because they need their hookshot. As Braxis climbs Fire Temple.
So close, but so far away.
If Yoshi gets their hookshot here, this could be close between them. Because Yoshi's already done Fire Temple.
Hmm.
As long as they remember their hookshot hint, they should be on their way soon.
Hmm. Yeah, the forest play is kind of obvious after getting that hookshot, so I won't be surprised
Yeah.
to go there.
And Mr.
Here we-
Mario has picked up his mirror shield finally and is now in go mode.
Was the Randomizer doing the adult lake with seed, by the way? I planted it, but yeah, never got back there.
We did see Yoshi and Meraxis, I think. Or we saw two runners do it, I think.
Okay.
But nothing there.
Is Joshikion not? Oh, they're doing the Rolling Goron first.
Yep.
Okay.
Rolling Goron is a little bit faster than trying to get the pot with Dins. Or just the pot, period.
Actually, having the pot with dins in logic, I mean, required. I think it's never happened to me before. It's at least very seldom for me.
Yeah, I mean, you could play a million seeds and it might just happen once.
Mm-hmm. It's such an unusual logical quirk.
Yeah, it is.
At least it's
And
Dins
then-
and bombs, not Dins and strength. Oh god, Dins and strength would just suck.
I was actually having a thought about that when I went there. I was like, oh, I'm so glad I have bombs. Strength with pot.
There's hookshot
It's
for
not the best.
Yoshi.
Yep, shield dancing incoming.
As Mr. Mario does some stuff involving trials and should be heading up the tower shortly here.
The barrier has been dispelled, has to climb up a couple flights of stairs. Similar to Meraxis on the bottom right hand, going up inside the fire temple.
Unfortunately, we know there is nothing here. I wasn't paying the most attention to Yoshi doing this, but I do remember a bomb bag was in here. And I think it was a purple rupee or something on the hammer chest.
And unfortunately, one of the ascents feels much better than the other one.
Yes, it does.
As Yoshi, now armed with that hookshot, making a beeline for that forest temple.
Yeah, we.
Oh, Slayer I finished.
Yeah, I'm waiting for the bot to say it. But yeah, Sly has finished. We have had a second place finisher. Sly finishing with a time of 2:19:04 GGs. And Yoshi is heading straight for Forest Temple. They really don't have much else left to do, so this makes a lot of sense.
And I think, as indicated on their personal tracker, very good note taking.
They have their hints up, and they know that Longshot is in Forest Temple.
But another 3 racers might potentially snipe Mr. Mario. You gotta stay tuned here on ZSR.
We have sadly had one forfeit. Salty Sponge forfeited about 16 minutes ago. GG's to them as well. This seed wasn't the easiest.
Did you see another bow, by the way, or was the well the only one?
We
That
have
was
not seen
it.
the second one.
Okay. In fire?
No,
I
I
don't
think
think there
so.
was a bow and fire.
Okay.
I know there was a bomb bag in there.
Oh yeah, that's what you said, yeah. Right. I only saw 3 Way of the Heroes. Did anyone else see any more than
Nope.
that? Okay.
We saw 3 of the heroes: SFM, Kokiri Forest, and Kakariko.
Yeah.
We never saw another. I think we saw nearly every single available hint stone in the game, besides, I think, the Hyrule Castle Storms Grotto, including the Valley Grotto. So that is the 3 of the heroes available in the sea that we know of.
Yeah. Yeah, so SFM for Light, CAC for Saria, and Gear Forest for Lansdowne.
SFM also had a Kona song, which was required the seed.
True, yeah. To get in the storms to get Dins to get Longshot. It's true.
Here we go. Mario is fighting a pig.
Yep. Yoshi
Not a
is in the
Bowser.
meantime finished. Is in Forest Temple, and Meraxis is about to be done with Fire Temple. Missed the jump to highest Goron, and
Oh yeah, no sort of time, of course.
nope.
Oh well, I think I'll be heading off to get some food. Thanks for the restream.
Yep. Thanks for racing, Alex. GG's.
Thank you. And
Very fun to watch.
good luck
Great
with
race.
the remaining racers.
Yes, sir. As Mr. Mario has reunited with that Master Sword. One final phase.
And Meraxis is going to try to get back up Fire Temple to get highest Goron, I'm assuming. What confuses me is why Meraxis chose Fire over Forest Temple despite knowing his long shots in Forest.
Hope he didn't mismark something and think the long shot's in fire.
I really hope not, because that would just be unfortunate. It would explain why he's going back for highest Goron, though.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Mr. Mario 3 stabs away for serving us up, serving number 2 of some bacon.
GG's, finishing in third with a time of 2:22:55. Yeah, I would think it's a forgotten hint at this point. He'd be ahead of Yoshi otherwise.
Yeah, it was really interesting to see Meraxis go into Goron City first, find that hook shot, but then just make the wrong turn at Albuquerque and has found his way in deep fire and is not going to get anything for it.
No,
and
there's the boss
and-
key. I
In
guess
the
you can
mean-
do Omagia.
In the meantime, Yoshi has passed him, is in Forest Temple. Now pick up strength and then the hook shot, and you're just gonna
And-
feel so relieved.
They all are playing the same seed. It doesn't really make sense for people to raise two completely different seeds because, well, it's RNG. Two seeds are very different.
Yep.
So they all have the same seed. They're all just racing to see who finishes first.
Yeah, especially given these settings, different seeds could be anywhere from 10 minutes to 6-7 hours.
I don't think it takes 6-7 hours necessarily, but I certainly could see it taking 4. Yeah, okay, no, fair, Joe Schmo, you are fine. We should probably ask Yoshi for an interview. I'm not sure who. Shadow?
I think you mean Mario, although it is easy to confuse Mario and Yoshi.
Yeah, Mario, sorry. I am confused. Okay, Shadow did ask. Yeah, all seeds can sub 8. Yeah, Mr. Mario should be joining us in the interview booth shortly. Yoshi plugging through Forest Temple. Miraxis did find a wallet in the Fire Pier chest. That's as useless gets. And we have Mr. Mario joining us in the interview booth. GG's.
Hey, GG's.
Yeah, quite the seed there. You and Alex, you were just ahead of Alex there in the Forest Temple, and then when we saw you continue on in the Forest Temple, we realized you missed that mirror shield.
Yeah, that was the one thing that really caught me. And like, I had like 2 opportunities to get it, and both of the times I just decided not to go to Zora's Domain as child. Kind of unfortunate, but well, what are you gonna do?
It happens.
Yep.
And after
Yeah, I
I
think-
saw Alex finish, I was like, oh, well, it's probably not in fire, so I'm not gonna go there. So I kind of meted my way to Zora's Domain, which worked out
Did-
in the end.
Did you meta your way to Trent's pot?
No, absolutely not. That was just, I cannot believe Hookshot was there.
Yeah, that's another place that you and Alex were really close. It seems like you got Din's Fire, maybe did 1 or 2 other checks, and then went straight to Goron City, and it really paid off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
my original plan was to go upriver and then into Domain, into Lakes to buy a bean and plant it there in Lake Hylia, and then go adult. But then I realized I wasn't carrying a chicken, so I'm like, okay, I'll just go back into Lost Woods and Goron City instead.
Yeah. The other 2 runners on Restream, Yoshikion and Miraxis. Yoshikion took a while to get Hookshot. Miraxis took a really long while to get to the well, has picked up Hookshot, but seems to have forgotten the long shot in Forest Hint or something. He just full cleared Fire Temple, found a bomb bag and a wallet, and that was about it, and is now heading back to GTG.
Ooh. Yeah, that's not good.
No, it wasn't. They'd been actually slightly ahead of Yoshi. Otherwise, if they'd gone and set 2 floors instead of Fire Temple, it's unfortunate.
Mm.
Yeah, it was really interesting. The early game, all you guys went to Deku Tree, but then right after Deku, Yoshi grabbed some hit stones going into the Lost Woods, grabbed his hammer, which made him do kind of a longer Adult 1 section. And then I think
Makes sense.
I think it was Alex or Mr. Draxus did a Child 3 song, but given that they had the scale, they kind of made their way into Zora's Domain. They both have had their mirror shield for quite a while.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, you were easily the last person on Restream to get Mirror Shield, I'm afraid.
Yeah, it happens.
One thing you did manage to escape is that Spirit Temple in Adult, which would have told you that all of Shadow Temple, Spirit Temple, Water Temple, all the great fairy fountains, all that's just out of logic or inaccessible.
The only check available in Spirit Temple was a Deku Nut.
Nice.
You were
Yeah, I
never
figured.
getting Requiem Nocturne CL or anything else in Spirit Temple.
No.
Shoutouts to that hint by Spirit Temple saying there was a magic meter in there.
Oh yeah, that's like the main reason I went in to try and do the bomb thing. I was like, ooh, if I can get a magic here, that would be cool. It would be out of logic, but still.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think
luck-
it needs to hit the switch.
Luckily, you only had to cross the wasteland once. We saw Yoshi cross it once without strength, and then the second time to get locked out. So that was some good time saves on your routing there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I think this is an example of how cool like seeds can be with the beatable only, just locking you out of everything.
It's funny because Forest Temple and Fire Temple are full clearable, actually.
Yeah,
have
well,
seen
I did
full-
one of them.
Yeah, you full cleared Forest. Yoshi and Miraxis both pretty much full cleared Fire Temple.
Hmm.
Master Alex didn't either.
Figures, yeah, with that spinach time.
Yoshi
Yeah.
is gonna pick up their strength 3 here and then be on their way to Longshot.
But I believe, Mr. Mario, you are in the co-op tourney still. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes.
I'm in brackets phase now.
Very
You are
nice.
with Mr. Martin. That is one of the teams I have memorized, in part because the team name's kind of memorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're doing
And
our
you
first
are also
co-op
in
match.
the rando tourney.
Yeah. Still going strong in that. Also in
Yep.
Majora's Mask.
Lots of
Yeah.
Sorry, that one scares me. Sorry. But yeah, make sure you give Mr. Mario a follow for more Zooter action in the future.
Actually, that's a good point. Reminder that we really haven't shouted out much of anyone in this race. Shoutouts to our 4 runners, Mr. Mario, Master Alex, Yoshi-Kion, and Miraxis, who are, to my Tocom here, August the 40th, and to our trackers, who are, I'm waiting for the command, Kamaltak, Shiro, Ailey, Purple, and Karen. Thank you to the 4 of you for keeping us up to date. Could not do this without you. As well as to the people who helped restream this. Shadow, who's still around, George, and also Trept, who is the one responsible for this seed.
Yeah, you rolled a good one, Trent. But yeah, with that, I think I'm gonna go. Thanks for the restream, guys.
Yep,
Yeah, not a
GG's,
problem.
Mr.
Great
Mario.
race.
Yeah, see you all around.
Yep, see you.
And so Yoshi about to hit go mode with this strength 3.
No, long shot. They
Or
got
no,
the
this
strength
this
real.
long shot. Yep. If you'd like to get involved, I'd love to have you in the Discord server. Ping an admin. You can get roll as a commentator, a tracker. Can join one of these races if you're crazy
It's
enough.
not ping an admin. It's not ping an admin. There's a form pinned somewhere.
That too. That works too.
Just a little Google form. I don't need a. With tracking, there's not much required. Computer and an ability to keep track of things is pretty much it. Commentating does require more knowledge of the game.
Probably a microphone.
That would help. But we do have plenty of newer people. I actually started out as a tracker. This is my first time commentating for the main CSR Discord, though I commentate for a couple side tourneys as well. So certainly you can start with one and then the other. Just shout really loud. Screw the mic. Oh, Purple. No, we have 4 trackers, Problo, Kyrum, Maltok, and Shiro Ailey, who are clicking buttons, maintaining the trackers you see on screen, Joe Schmo.
They are tracking themselves. They have their own personal tracker and notes, which you guys aren't seeing. They have them on their stream. But we, as a broadcasting team, we have a team of trackers that are showing you all those pretty pictures.
Yep. They're the behind-the-scenes people who make this all possible. It really wouldn't be the same trying to watch a stream without a tracker. It's just really hard to know what does each person have.
Well, without trackers, it falls onto the commentary and restream team to do double duty. And yeah, I don't know, I'm with 4 people.
It's really hard to keep track of 4 people at once. We do our best, but it's really not easy. And yeah, we can't rely on the racer's own trackers because A, they're not consistent. There are several different trackers available for use. And B, they're not always kept up to date.
I mean, sometimes you hit go mode and you're like, I can't bother clicking on that thing over there. I gotta go.
Yep, also extra bows, extra bomb bags, and like tend to not always be marked. Because you really don't care if you get a second bomb bag or a second bow or a second slingshot or something.
But in the meantime, Yoshi has cleared at least, I think, the forest trial. On his way to the fire trial.
Yeah, they will be done shortly. We'll sub 3 this at least.
Yeah, look on the bright side.
Trackers aren't always kept up to date on Restream either, but comms can always shout at me. Chat can also yell at people. None of us are perfect. I know I certainly miss stuff as both commentator and as a tracker. We do our best.
Oh yeah, chat.
Also, unfortunately,
chat is
Yoshi
like the
taking a fall
5th
in
member
Fire
of the
Trial.
Beatles. We've got our trackers, our commentators, our restreamer, our Trezco, and chat.
Yep. Trezco, for those who don't know, is the guy behind all of this. He's the admin, the organizer. He does a bunch of restreaming, but not as much now that we have more people. He's just kind of the guy who does everything.
Yep, and has recently moved. So if you'd like to show some Trezco love, he would love a whole bunch of subs right now. Just saying.
Oh, he would. You also get this lovely
like-
Flame Trez emote that Purple is posting in chat. We love to make fun of our boss, but it's good-hearted, of course.
Like if there was a sub bomb, I imagine that we might be able to summon the fabled Trezco into the commentator's booth. Is there anybody out there willing to drop such a bomb? Now, I have no idea how big that bomb would need to be. I'm just
Hey,
speculating.
Purple, one of our trackers redeeming our Summon Trez channel point reward for 50,000 points. You can summon Trez. Now, mind you, I don't know if the guy's even still awake, because it is 3:45 in the morning for him. He's in Germany.
I'm pretty sure there was a meme once upon a time. I'm pretty sure Trezco doesn't sleep.
Yeah, that is the running too. Well, I have to do something with all these points. I was debating on whether to summon him myself. I have something like 200,000 points. Hell Knight also doesn't sleep. I think just anyone who's the main person behind whichever. Hell Knight being a person who runs a side co-op tourney for Zooter, who also never sleeps. And is also from
Purple might have it right. They might be the same person. It might just be conspiracy. They both speak German. I don't know. It's a little fishy. Maybe it's a little bratwursty.
And okay, Meraxis is finally going to Forest Temple. 3 hours and 2 hours and 39 minutes in. They finally be in Forest Temple.
I think they're locked out everywhere else.
They are. Europeans don't sleep, however, from the Netherlands. Lol.
Well, I mean, at certain times of day, like the sun doesn't set in the Netherlands.
Yeah, PokeFan, there's info there. There's a Discord. And if you just want to know what this particular race has going on settings, we have a command for that too. Mr. Mario remains the last finisher. Yoshi looks to have a pretty good chance of claiming 4th place. We do have 2 other runners still going off Restream, Goldfish and Muffinarama. There were 8 total entrants into this race. We have had 3 finish. There's 2 here on Restream. And Salty Sponge has unfortunately forfeited for reasons unknown. But GG's to all the runners who participated in this race. This was a pretty interesting scene.
Yes, it is no easy feat to have the confidence to join one of these Freaky Fridays. You have to be a little crazy.
We were actually talking about this a bit before the race about how most of the people who join this race are from the random settings league crowd. So they're kind of used to settings that are way crazier than this, including trials, Master Quest trials, any number of wacky bridge settings, beatable only, all sorts of stuff. Compared to Rando, this particular set of settings is pretty tame. Shoutouts also to Goldfish and Muffin, who are not Rando runners, just regular runners who decided that they would have some fun with these settings today.
Deku Baba taking a bite out of Meraxis there, as Yoshi has made his way up the tower. He's gonna take on the red-headed dwarf.
Also, I guess the race command isn't working right now.
All of you MQ haters.
By the way, there's a race stream if you guys want to see.
Yeah, all of you MQ haters, though.
How the finishes have been
need
so
to grow
far.
a pair.
Is it me or did the?
Is it you or what?
Buffering. August?
Buffering. I'm not buffering. Right, the dwarf is down for Yoshi. Here's Ganon.
Hello? Can you hear me?
I sure can. Welcome back.
Sorry about that. My internet crashed for a minute there. I was wondering what was going on.
Now, Yoshi is about to take on the pig.
Yeah, President does look to be asleep. Sorry, Purple. He is offline in Discord, so I'm guessing he actually decided to get some sleep for once.
Are you so certain? Maybe I'm just visiting August.
I'm working on it. Fortunately, I don't speak as much German as I need to.
I speak no German. I'm trilingual, but German is not one of them.
Sorry, Purple. You woke me up. There is no going back to sleep now. You are banned.
We do
And-
have Yoshi here, finishing up.
Yeah, that Master Sword imbued with magical essence. And there is Bacon Slice number 3 for the restream. Get your forks and knives out.
Yoshi finishing in 4th with a time of 2:44:51. GG's.
Might wanna run.
Run away.
Yoshi's comment was ow. Didn't waste time. Also, apparently, yeah, okay, Restream switched audio from Yoshi to Maraxis, and Maraxis' audio is significantly louder.
Uh-oh.
Good thing I didn't have the audio turned on, because I forgot to turn on audio after my internet crashed.
So, maybe we should turn this into an ASMR stream.
Pong. Who needs ears, right? As Purple says in chat.
As Maraxis just ever so casually treks through the forest temple here, he shoots the eye switch, twists the hallway, and now he's going to make his way down the hallway.
As we
Hey,
have
Yoshi.
Hello.
GG's Yoshi joining us here for an interview.
Oh my gosh. I'm so tired.
So come on, Yoshi. You get Din's fire. You know Trent rolled the seed.
I honestly, like, I took a bathroom break at one point, and half the reason I took it there was because I was like, what do I have left? Like, what haven't I done? And as soon as I got up out the room, I was like, Child Goron City, 2 chests, that's it, that's all I've got left.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Mario and Master Alex we saw just somehow big brained it. They said Din's fire and they knew where to go.
Yep.
Like,
Living
I was-
child cleanup, and they did that. Not
I
the
did-
most intuitive check to make at any time. Din's
I-
fire for the
Right, like, I was checking every hint I could because, like, the hints in these settings are really strong, so I was like, okay, cool, if I pick up, like, another way of a hero, that might point me towards something, and, you know, I already knew the long shot was in forest, I assumed strength is somewhere, hookshot locks, I'm like, okay, cool, I just need one more hint, maybe 2, and I'm good to go, and just, yeah, no, they gave me absolutely nothing that I didn't already know.
Yeah, hints were, but a lot of the hints were pretty terrible today. The hookshot in force was probably the most useful out of the bunch.
Funnily enough, I think the one that gave me the most, like, actual use was Kakiri Forest Way as a hero.
Oh yeah, because
Yeah.
that pointed you towards Song of Storms of the Colossus.
And magic outside, well, the hint for magic outside the Spirit Temple.
That was hilarious.
My reaction to that was something, and then immediately afterwards, the next hint I got was there's a bow in the bottom of the well. I'm like, okay, I guess I know where I'm going next.
Yeah, unfortunately, you didn't have silvers at that time. So not only you crossed the wasteland once, but you crossed it a second time for even more info. But unfortunately, no hook shots.
Nope.
Oh my god, no. Did anyone go into? I guess nobody. As soon as everyone got a hook shot, they went to forest, and that was it. I guess nobody went into spirit at all.
No,
Spirit-
yeah, Master Alex also. He made his way over to GTG pretty early and opened the bridge, but he never crossed the wasteland.
Right.
But later on, he went back across. He got the nuts and all the info that ZL and Nocturne is locked. So you weren't the only one.
Yep. And Moraxis, who is still going on Restream,
Yeah, he
Moraxis,
somehow got the hook shot before you.
he got the hook shot before you, but seems to have forgotten the Forest Temple had a hook shot hint, despite you guys getting it in like the first 5 minutes. And he full cleared Stonefire instead, and no, Barren Fire Temple instead.
Oh god, yeah, no, that one I was a little frustrated about because I got that hammer so early, and I thought like at the time when I got the hammer, because it was one of the strats that came up a lot in the multi-world tournament where you go to that scrub at the start, reset back with the rupees. So I was like, I'll do that after the Deku tree. And then I got a hammer and was like, oh, yeah, guess I'm just walking out of here because I was already planning to go adult at that point.
Yeah, that was a big divergence that we saw. All 4 of you guys on Restream did the Deku tree, but you went and got that hammer, and it kind of took you on a slightly different route.
That had me so worried that there was going to be something in fire, and so I felt bad skipping it early, but also bad going there later.
Yeah. We were
We actually
thinking-
saw Master Alex
Eric.
jump in there without the bomb bag, so he did the first, I think, 4 checks, and he's like, I don't have bomb bag. I'm not wasting a chew on this.
I'm outta
He
here.
went elsewhere. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I did
Moraxis,
something similar, actually. I did the hammer loop and then the first check near Volvaggio, and I was like, that's enough.
Yeah.
I'll come back later if I need to.
yeah, Moraxis, by the way, just picked up his long shot and is now in go mode. Is not unfortunately going to make the sub 3, but will be finishing up shortly. We were thinking that I was thinking that Fire Temple had something for a while, because that hammer and Bolero were so early, but no, Fire was completely useless.
Yeah, so you were definitely the first to the hammer. I think also the first to jump into DC and grab that bomb bag too. Fortunately,
Yeah,
didn't really help out.
Yeah, it just meant I could be more efficient, but being more efficient doesn't help when you're being more efficient 100%ing.
Yeah, but did lead you over to the boomerang and magic. I think you also picked that one up first. But yeah, grabbing skulls and doing other stuff.
Oh, the skulls felt terrible. The Kakariko Way of the Hero, I was like, I know Saria's song is, because I know Minuet's locked away at this point. But I can't just leave everything there. And then when Andrew gave me a scale, I was like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Oh god, that scale.
Oh,
Yeah, we
alright,
saw that
2
one
more
pretty
things to
early.
do. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of turned out to be Way of the Hero for Saria's Forest for Forest Temple access logic. That was it.
Yeah, I knew that was in there at least, but I kind of hoped there was something more towards the end, and yeah, there wasn't.
Yeah, we only ever saw 3 Way of the Hero hints this seed. I think we saw just about every available hint stone other than the Hyrule Castle Storms Grotto. Never saw Rita's letter, so obviously never saw the fountain hints. Not to mention the place was hinted Baron. Thanks, game, for telling us a place we are never getting to is Baron.
Yeah, I think the only, other than the Castle Storms, the only hint I had that I didn't pick up was the top of Death Mountain Crater, because I didn't have bombs when I went up there the first time.
The 2 DMC hints were 30 Skulls and Frogs 2, both of which were dead.
Oh, it was 30. Oh wow, okay.
Yep.
I was worried about that one.
Yeah,
Yeah, we
it
could
took
tell.
quite a while to see it, with bomb bag being a bit late and no one really just wanting to go there for that hint.
I did laugh a little bit with like the Zora fountain being cut off and everything. I did laugh a little bit when I saw there's Death Mountain Crater has a Kokiri sword. I'm like, great. So that's the one thing I can't do there. Like,
That was funny.
But Meraxis is in the fire trial, has yeeted his rock.
The hints overall were kind of interesting. Not a lot of them weren't the most useful. Balanced having a mix of useful hints and some that just earn you a bit of an eye roll. Like, gee, thanks for telling me Graveyard has a blue pea.
yeah, it's always really weird because like tournament hints are the weakest hints, and so it's like balanced. Like, I had a stream bot command to say like what the settings were today, and I put balanced in about like 5 sets of quote marks because it's not very balanced compared to what we normally use.
Yeah, it's balanced in the long form of all the other options. But not a bad topic of conversation for the next episode of the Gossip Stone podcast.
Oh, we have some big stuff planned for that. This race is actually really interesting to me, so I've spoken to a few people about something I want to try and push towards at the moment, and I'll probably bring that up more on the podcast when it happens, but I want to try getting more different races going, and these settings are perfect for it. I think these settings are a really good racing environment. I think we deserved better than what we got today.
I don't know. I think you should either watch the restream back or watch Master Alex's VOD. They routed it very well.
I felt like I started really well, and then when Alex finished, I was like, in the kind of position where I'm like, all I'm basically missing is a hook shot. Like, Alex must have done the absolute god route here. This must have been insane. Next thing I know, I'm like, Baron Fire and planting a bean in Lake Hylia and all of that through, and done chickens to get a gold scale. I'm like, okay, never mind. Alex just...
Yeah.
He just
I mean,
skipped all this stuff. Yeah.
I think, like, honestly, if this was like a spoiler log race, I think your opening was probably the way to do it. You know, grab your hammer, go adult, get your bomb bag, then get strength in Goron City, get your scale in the Lost Woods, go into the river, get your second strength, and then trek out to the Wasteland, get your Song of Storms. Then clean up Child, get your hook shot, get your boomerang magic. So yeah, I think you definitely had a strong early route.
It just that hook shot that tripped you up quite badly.
Yeah, it felt like everything up to like bottom of the well and the mirror shield and that kind of range. Everything up to that point was good, and then there was just like an hour of not getting anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, you and Mr. Mario were pretty neck and neck going into the bottom of the well first.
I might have to watch this one back. This seems really fun, but yeah, just like Din's Fire for the spinning pot was at the back of my mind. Child Goron City's normally at the back of my mind anyway, but
Yeah, it's 3 checks at most, which all really suck.
and we knew one of them was locked away permanently, so it's just like, yeah. Gonna hint at it, like one hint.
No. Most of the hints were just, hey, here's something you already know, or there's junk in some random location. You're like, gee, thanks. Great hint, not that I needed it.
Maybe a little spicier if like dungeons had been shuffled.
Oh, that could have been fun. That could have been interesting. I also think these settings would work really well. I don't think many settings work well with it, but these could work well with Song Sanity.
Huh.
It's definitely like an interesting. I like the concept, and I want to toy around with it a bit. I want to figure out a way to get this to be like a proper racing environment because I think there's so much potential in this.
Yeah, it was interesting. I think only one racer, I forget if it was Alex or Meraxis, they kind of just did the standard 3-song route before going adult.
Yeah,
But
I mean, we were kind of discussing openers and the fact that all 4 of you went to Deku right off the bat.
The huge rupee's too much to pass up. It's so many checks and.
yeah, all right.
I suppose, I mean, you didn't really get much of anything out of Deku Tree.
No,
unfortunately.
true, yeah.
You got an eyeball frog, but then eventually found a hint that that was bad.
Yeah, actually, I think the best thing I got in the Deku Tree was 40 rupees to go and get that scrub.
Which says a lot about how that was.
Meraxis has dispatched the dwarf, is on to the pig, down with phase 1.
We'll just barely missed the sub 3 here. Happy 3 hours, by the way.
On my note, I'm probably going to disappear. It's 3 a.m. here, so I'm probably going to take off for the night.
Oh yeah, no, GG's, Yoshi. Well played.
GG, thanks.
Have a good
Remember,
night.
next time you're stuck in a seed, remember who rolled the seed. It might help you out.
I hope Trent's hiding somewhere right now because
I did tell him to run away before you finished.
He might be asleep at this point.
probably should be, probably won't be. Right, yeah, GG's.
Yep, geez, have a good night.
Yeah, get yourself some well-earned rest, and out there in chat, in case you didn't catch the hint, Yoshi Khan is one of the hosts of the Gossip Stone podcast, available where podcasts are available. If you'd like to go check that out, tons of great Zooter content, as well as their Twitch channel. As you can tell, doing tons of Zooter seeds.
I could have sworn we had a command for it, but apparently we don't, so I'm just going to post it in the chat myself. There's a link to the Gossip Stone podcast. Has some really informational episodes on all aspects of Zooter racing. As Meraxis finishes in 5th place with a time of 3 hours and 52 seconds. GG's.
And once again, if you'd like to get involved behind the scenes or right out front in the leaderboards, feel free. There's tons of people here in the Discord who will help you, get an emulator, get situated with the randomizer, help you out with strats and strat videos, help you get good. Or if you'd like to join us here in the commentators booth for one of the next races, there is a Google form sheet somewhere along the Discord. If you're having trouble finding it, just ask and we'll be sure to get it to you. Love to have you here in the booth, behind the scenes tracking, or out there in the race field.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's a command for that.
Yeah, I forgot there was a command for that. Apparently we don't have a podcast command, but we do have a command for volunteering. I survived the long shot pot weekly. I'm not doing quick shot again, Lamau. No problem, Muffin. GG's. Muffin was one of our off-stream runners.
And it looks like Meraxis is declining an interview, so that will do it for us here on ZeldaSpeedRuns.
Yes, since there is no interview, this is pretty much it. Last week's NA Weekly was awful. Oh, it was. I wasn't able to watch it. I was doing... I forget what I was doing that day, but it was the weekly at any rate.
Yep. Speaking of weeklies, right here tomorrow, 1 hour later, is the North American Weekly. And then on Sunday is the European Weekly. Love to have you here, either as a viewer or racing or behind the scenes.
Yep. Shoutouts. now that we're pretty much wrapping up, shoutouts to our runners, Mr. Mario, Mr. Alex, Yoshikion, and Moraxis. Shoutouts to my co-com August.
Yeah, without
And
the
shout out
racers
to
racing these races, we wouldn't have these races to watch being raced.
Nope, and shoutouts to our trackers as well, Smalltalk, Shiro, Purple, and Karim, and to our restreamer here, Shadow.
Yep. Thank you, everyone out there in the Twitcherverse. I've been August 40th, been joined by Star1468 and Shadow Magi restreaming. See y'all next time.
See you.